Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you here. And Wakanda forever. I wish someone would really build that though. That would be kind of cool. Imagine if we had a Wakanda, an actual Wakanda. That would be neat, man. I'd visit. Maybe in
Mhm.
Ethiopia.
Maybe.
I mean, they seem
That
to be
would
doing the
probably.
best.
Well, Kenya, I think, is doing pretty well.
Yeah, but they make their money on the safaris. You
Yep.
know,
Mm,
I
fair
actually
enough.
have one of my students who, from years and years ago, who has been down there doing translation for Japanese tourists on safari. She's been down there, almost 20 years, I'd say.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm getting
Djibouti
old.
might be able to do it with all that, military base money.
What do you say?
Just saying. Djibouti.
Djibouti, of course, you have Somaliland as well. But which, I think that definitely ticked off the American government, though, with that base that they gave to the Chinese, though. But
Mhm.
yeah, that area of the world, it's got its problems. But
Indeed.
if you were England to go get yourself some gorilla meat, hey, have at it.
I think on the list of priorities England should have right now, it's kind of low.
What, gorilla meat?
But I just want to watch the 100 men versus one gorilla.
I didn't understand that. Say it again.
There's a thing going
I thought I-
around on Instagram: 100 men versus one gorilla. Who wins?
The gorilla probably. Well, I mean, it depends on you'd have to set the context. If it's just like a box room with no items whatsoever, the gorilla is probably going to end up just sitting in the corner. But yeah, probably the gorilla. If the humans are allowed access to items, well, the gorilla's screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, 100 men, unarmed men versus a gorilla. It's kind of no contest, really.
Well, they say
Just
that
for the
the
eyes.
gorilla would get tired after 30 men, and the humans could pile up while it's fatigued and beat the snot out of it.
Maybe that's possible. But yeah, that's not a contest we should test.
Yeah, we don't want to lose 30 good men being ripped apart by a gorilla.
And to be honest
30
with
drop
you,
men?
okay, we could throw 100 terrorists in there and try that out. But no, to be fair, the gorilla would just go sit in a corner. He would be scared as
Yeah, they're
shit.
non-combat.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, you would probably just leave me alone. I don't want to deal with you guys.
Yeah,
No,
no,
somebody
gorilla are not as they make them. It's a Hollywood thing, man. Gorillas are quite peaceful, actually, dude.
Mhm.
I mean, if you mess with any animal, they're gonna,
Sure,
they're not gonna be
fear.
happy.
Yeah, fear.
An animal that is on site, if you really want to have a fight between 100 humans and an animal, where the animal wins is a hippo.
Oh well, yeah.
We do not mess with the hippos.
Nobody
No, they're
messes
just
with
mean.
Those things are vicious.
They weigh 2 tons and can run at 20-something miles an hour and have a bite force similar to a grizzly bear.
Yeah, there's actually a
I'm
video.
just glad that the Jurassic Park cartoon actually addresses how dangerous those things are.
Oh no, hippos are bad. I actually saw a video recently where there was one of those safari boat rides down the river, and they came into an area that was just a glut of hippos, absolute glut. And the hippo got mad because probably the propeller hit it or something, and just raised up out of the water and just flipped that boat right over. The video stopped.
And I'm sure everything else did.
Yeah, but that was
because
I doubt anyone survived that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have just went. That's your. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because of the Jurassic World cartoon, they actually had to survive going to Africa. The hippos, the lions.
They had actually in one of the Jurassic Park shows, they had a small carnivore, I think it was baryonyx, fighting a hippo. And they were about equally matched because they were the same size. Like, people don't realize how big hippos are.
They are. Well, I mean, to be fair, The most death by animal in Africa is from hippo, not
Yep.
from snakes, not from lions, not from leopards, which are actually very dangerous.
If you
Uh,
don't want to count insects, then yeah.
well, okay, we weren't. We were talking about animals
Well, we're talking about things we can actually kick.
to deal with, yeah. But yeah, no, Africa. The funny thing is, there is no recorded incident of anyone ever being attacked or even harmed by a cheetah.
Yep, they
Yeah.
don't see us as food, and
Well,
they're
Well, the cheetah are clearly something humans created way back. It's a created thing. Technically, we don't know how they did it, because every cheetah on this planet actually is a genetic clone of itself. Every one, even newborns, they're all genetic clones, and they have features of the cat and they have features of the dog. They're quite easy to train. And of course, lions, they sense the oddness of the cheetah, and a lion will kill a cheetah anytime it gets. It won't eat it; it just kills it. And I don't know if you understand how rare it is in the animal world outside of humans to kill something that you're not going to eat. But yeah, cheetahs are weird. We don't know what the ancients did. I'm sure they were Egyptians. But they did something weird that
Well,
created this pet.
the Egyptians sure did love their hybrids.
They did, man, and they had some technology we don't know about, dude. I'm telling you, because what I just told you is real. That's not my opinion. So, how did they pull that off? Because humans have been breeding animals forever, right? I mean, the modern cow is not what it started out to be, right?
True.
Everything there's so many animals are like that. But they did something else. They did something.
Speaking of magical technology, I believe you guys were going to transport a giant magic drill machine.
We are.
Just killing the first 15 minutes.
I wrote down in the information a escort mission, and we know how everyone loves escort missions.
quests.
Yeah. Can the drill be like magical and talk?
Yeah, that would
And
be great.
annoying?
Yep,
Yeah.
you know what? Since no one takes the game seriously, why not?
Well, the
No
dreaded
talking
escort
drill.
mission. But the thing is, the escorting the wagon isn't as bad as escorting the very very slow NPC.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
Yep.
the worst.
Well, we have to see if GOP and Dragon are sold into slavery.
Well, I'm not sure if my character
they
would
did that.
care.
They did that to one of my characters one time. So yeah, I think we need to do that.
We sold your character into slavery?
Yes, in one
Yes.
of the you weren't in the campaign GOP, but there was a
well then.
sci-fi game that we were playing that I had made called Railguns and Ramparts. It was like my first big game that I made, and I actually took it to a convention. That's not the point. Lady couldn't make it to the sessions anymore for some reason, or hadn't been there for a few weeks, and the guys didn't want to leave her behind, but they wanted to keep playing, so they sold her character into slavery.
Did they make a profit?
That was their solution?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they just
We
sold
don't
her.
want to leave her behind. I know.
Her character was she was royal. She was being looked for by the royal family. And so the royal family basically had, hundreds of descendants. So until it was your time, if it ever was your time, you basically just worked for the royal family there. So effectively, it wasn't true slavery, but they just sold her back to the royal family, to the people that were looking for her.
How to lose friends and make money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just so you know, on my computer desk here, I have one of those big fat magnet clips, the metal ones, the really cool ones. It's got a crest on it, and it says, "Credit is capital."
Huh.
Boo. Boo. That's so funny. Anyways, so let's jump right into Dragon, who is, he's driving home, so he's not really able to talk. But GOP, you are currently detained with Dragon in a cell by the dwarves until they, run the numbers of the particular It's like, okay, you have this, and you have this, and you have this.
They are? I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, they detained him last time. They're just like, we're
don't
detecting
remember
something
that.
shady about this,
Well,
because we got
they're correct.
we detect something shady about this. We need to go through this cart. You're planning to take a
But I'm
representative of the
afraid.
royal family. Yeah, that doesn't help that you're, a predatory beast.
No, it
What's to
doesn't.
stop you from trying to eat the dwarf in this wagon that we don't know anything about? So until, we can resolve this, you guys are just going to stay here. No fleeing. Make sure this isn't an attempt on the royal family. And so they're going out to look at this wagon. And so when you guys have the drill, and it's just you and Lady's character there, Chester,
Mhm.
you see these dwarves talking in their impeccable British accent, talking to the house. And, the house is like, well, we have this and this and this. Can we come in? I don't know if that would be perfectly great, but sure, if you watch your step and wipe your feet. Boulder I will not be talked down to by a house. You open these doors right now, and you get this daft idea out of your head that I, a member of the Dwarven Guard, would not wipe my feet. Now, quickly, open this door. And
Excuse you.
they just start tapping the door with their halberds. Open up.
I say to nearby dwarfs, it's very sus. It's very sus.
Oh, quite. Everything that's happening here, it seems most over the top and out of line for anyone willing to walk upon dwarven soil.
I agree. I offer him a cookie.
He will take a cookie, but he will hide it in his pack for later. He is on duty.
That's fair. That is fair.
And the weird thing is about dwarven guards is dwarves really love to show off their craftsmanship. So there's, like the other one, there's suits of armor and other things placed like statues around dwarven society. Well, if a dwarf stands next to it in his armor, you can't really tell the difference until you go up and look.
That's great. That's good.
So
I respect
they're
that.
like, is there a cop right there? I don't know. Let me go take a look. Yeah, that's beer breath. I can smell it.
They spray that on them like perfume.
No, they're just they've been drinking, and so if the
I
statue
know.
doesn't have beer breath, it's not a cop.
Fair enough. Well, I'm enjoying the show because I've been suspicious of that damn house since it started following me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, what occurs?
GOP, make me a charisma roll.
Cool. I think I should only have a +2, but that's fine.
That's pretty good, actually.
Oh, I don't know why I can
I
only
used
hit
to be
+4.
the same, but then I got an amulet.
Oh, non-natural 20.
Good job,
Excellent. You get a message, and the message says, please inform the it sounds like the house. Please inform the member of the royal family whose identity, and it says it kind of mechanically,
Mm-hmm.
has been cleared for transport. Prepare for transportation at incredible rates. You shall be transported in 3, 2, 1. Dragon and GOP and
Mhm.
the member of the royal family are teleported by the house out into the house. You standing there watching this see the two dwarven guards that were led into the house. This robot like walks out with them, and has a big long stack of paperwork to go over, and the robot, or automaton, so to speak, is looking over it and begins, it has pens as its fingers and just starts like signing and going through all of them really, 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 really fast. And then, signs the last one, hands the pack of books, and then all three of them just appear next to the house. The robot leads them in, and GOP, you stay outside. The lion has to go inside with the one of you had to go inside with the prince, and It's a pretty nice place. It is kind of weird seeing all the clockwork and having an automaton, but for the most part, you are cleared to go. But as they're walking away and the house starts going, the dwarves like look at the paperwork and start, grumbling, and then they, start running after the house.
Is the house running too?
The house is getting up out of there. It
Oh,
doesn't
fair enough.
realize that the dwarves are coming after it. And it's like, I don't know what. What?
Well, cool. Wait, it could have just teleported us that entire time?
Indeed.
What was even the point? He could have just teleported the guy.
Well, the thing is, if it just teleports, then that's kidnapping.
Okay, I didn't think that mattered in this scenario, but whatever. Okay, well, my job with that is done, I guess.
Mhm.
I guess I joined the rest of my party. Well, that was very strange. Anyways, how have you been doing?
The dwarves are running, yelling something. Oi,
Mhm.
oi, oi, you can't sign with invisible ink. Oi!
Side with invisible.
Yeah, the signatures start disappearing.
Wait, so
I'm a-
Dragon is not with us then?
He's in the house, and the house is heading back to Gabopolis. If at any point, whenever Dragon returns, the house will ejection seat. Boing.
Whee!
Well, at least yeah, there he is. At least he'll land on his feet.
Who, the
So,
guard?
That's
Yes, perfect 10-point landing.
Now, if Dragon's going to get ejected out of the house,
Why would he be ejected out of the house?
I don't know. That's apparently what will happen at some point.
Oh, fair.
I don't know.
I have no idea. The house runs off. I don't know. I'm here on a mission from God, and I only have a half a pack of cigarettes left. Although I do have a full tank of gas.
nice.
That's a great movie.
It is.
And
a
how
great
long does
movie.
it take to drive to the local store and get a pack of cigarettes?
It's just the mentality of the Blues Brothers, lady.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
But that's the clerk. But I'm the clerk, so I'm on the mission from God. A God.
Well, not really, but okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's do
So
something.
you all set out
yeah.
on your first great quest in order to return the drill to
Well, no.
Galbopolis.
Hold on a second. Lady and
Okay,
I
holding
are
on.
escorting the drill, and I'm assuming they gave us my requested dwarven guard.
Yes, they gave you a dwarven guard. Make a charisma roll for me, please.
Ooh, I have that.
She
Thank
might be
you.
cute.
If they were cute, then he would get a higher charisma bonus. But you're talking.
Well,
through
now,
the...
do they like me?
Oh wait,
They're not
you get an
a-
extra
they're not
plus
a-
one because
I have
I
been
succeeded.
very, very magnanimous and lovely, sir.
Let me see if they like you, but they're not attracted to you. That's only
No,
the.
that's
where
not what it means. Do they like me?
Mhm.
Is the question.
They like you. Yeah, they think
Good.
you're a nice person.
Thank you. Okay. 16.
16. Excellent. So they will send you a dwarven guard of 8 dwarves.
That's great. Thank you. So
Nice.
now, if I understand correctly what is transpiring, some house has run off somewhere into the distance. Lady and I, same day, next day, 3 days, I don't
Next
know.
day.
Next day.
Next day.
I would be with you because I wasn't in the
Yeah.
house.
I thought you were in the house.
No,
he
that was
wasn't. Only
Dragon.
Dragon.
Oh, I see. Dragon's in the house sleeping. That's why he's going to get ejected. I see. Okay. So GOP, Lady, and
Why am I still sleeping?
that because you got drunk.
That's an
And
effect of
you know how
teleportation.
alcohol works on the cats?
Yeah, it is pretty potent to cats.
It is. But
Yes,
here's the thing.
I'm not a full cat.
It's still you're drunk. Nevertheless, GOP, a lady, and I, and 8 wonderful dwarven guard are escorting this thing. Now, how does it move? This drill?
It
Hopefully
is
on
basically it's on a wagon,
bills.
and
Okay,
the
and there's
dwarves
a
push it.
wagon driver.
There's a wagon driver, and the dwarves push it.
When needed, I see.
Mhm.
So
So there's no animals pulling the wagon?
No, there is a engine underneath that is powered by magic,
Oh,
effectively.
I see.
okay.
Okay, so you got this little kind of in essence a steam or electric powered
Yeah,
little machine, and it's being has a little old driver with a monocle, please.
there is a monocle. He is a older dwarf with a monocle.
Good.
He has no beard, but he has such a large mustache that it incorporates, like it goes over his chin, and almost looks like a mask over his face, like old
Excellent.
cartoons.
Excellent. Uh,
And he, he's driving in. He has a monocle. He has a top hat, and the
nice.
normal conductor
Hmm.
gear. And on the underneath, there is a kind of like a steam engine. But in order to, generate the heat, they kind of harness the friction from the movement of the vehicle. So sometimes you got to give it a push to get it started.
Yeah, that's fair. So we got this. We got 8 dwarven guard and 3 of us, and we're heading out into the wild to go back to Gobopolis. Got it. Off we go.
Hmm. Off you go. So I need everybody to roll. Let me see here. Everybody roll a just generic d20 to see what happens in the first track of the journey. Excellent.
You guys get a +1. It's just because.
Excellent. You roll
So
another
plus
6.
one, I
So
rolled 7. Yes,
Natural 20,
1, 2.
baby.
of
Who wants to roll for
course.
dragon? Who wants to roll for dragon?
Yes.
I'll roll for dragon.
Oh, I just sleep.
Yeah, but no,
Hmm.
you still roll a luck check for the party. You're still part of the party.
No, he's not. He's a day ahead of us and probably back at Gobopolis by now.
No. You'll see what happens.
Fair.
So, so we got.
Oh, there he
Excellent.
goes.
Excellent.
I rolled for
So,
him, and he rolled it for himself.
So you guys will figure out what Dragon's about to figure out in a second. So as you guys are going in the mechanical house, we'll start with you, Dragon. In the mechanical house, you've rolled absolutely abysmal for your luck, and that's about what happens to the thing. Anyways, the prince is in there. He's talking with the automaton. Everything seems perfectly fine. And I'll take Celtic's luck roll for the prince himself, which isn't really much better. That's fine. The house suddenly is airborne. You're not really sure how, but it crashes into a tree. Um, you hear the rushing of footsteps, and this is about like half a day. The others are about half a day away, but this happened, earlier. So you hear a rushing of footsteps that wakes you up, and a ton of different saws and hammers, and they just take apart this. The automaton is run through and destroyed instantly by these raiders, and then the prince is bound, gagged, and taken away. And Dragon, you are basically, they look at you and it's like, well, this guy's not on the list. Well, what should we do with him? And I was like, we should kill him. Nah, that's too messy. Let's just beat him up and leave him. I've been working on my technique. Oh, that's good. And so they kick the snot out of you and then toss you out into the road. And they leave and light the house on fire, which, it's made of metal. But for some reason, this good old material known as magnesium burns pretty hot. So this thing basically melts into slag. About the time that the drill arrives, there is a unconscious dragon that didn't really take much damage because he was drunk, and they just kind of. But he's got boot prints on him, and he's just kind of laying out there in the street. The house is melted, and the robot has been impaled on a stick outside that says, basically has these symbols on it that only the scholarly, enchanter can read. That is basically anti-dwarf rebels in the area that are basically like, you stole our mountain, and you will suffer for it. You
I see.
short turds.
Oh, there's
Wait,
a
what
message.
What are they?
They are how do I call? What would they be? The closest thing would be hobgoblins.
Okay. Well, on the journey up, though, I've been singing dwarven songs and, having
Hi
a gay old
ho!
time. Hi ho, with my dwarven compatriots, because I really want to be considered to be a good guy by the dwarves. But I've been working on my diplomacy here. Okay.
So on the way up, your natural 20
Yeah.
will improve your standing with the dwarves. They enjoy your
Nice.
song, they enjoy the empathy, and as a result, the first time that you try any of the like any kind of diplomacy roles with dwarves, like your first one of like a session or series, you get advantage
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
because you have good rapport with the dwarves. Now, the 2 6s that were rolled is for combat, and that's excellent, which means I get to attack the snot out of you. So, as you're coming down from the mountain, I seem to have a very interesting theme about critters getting in the way and causing problems, and the justification for this becomes either ludicrous or completely agreeable. And in this case, it is rather agreeable. As the engine is going down, this is probably the heaviest thing that's ever gone down the path, in a long time. This is an adamantium drill on a cart. This engine is almost as big as the cart. This is working overtime. It's making a lot of noise, and it's irritating the local wildlife.
Okay. I
And
do when we come up on that melted scene that I see next to the sign that the enemy had left, a cardboard cutout of me is pointing with a neon flashing lights over me. Just so
okay.
you know.
There's
Very
also,
important.
to your dismay, there is a cardboard cutout in the bushes that is spring loaded. As soon as you set yours up, it comes out and kicks yours over.
Oh, that's war.
Oh,
That's war. That is war.
now we gotta fight them.
Now we gotta fight him.
But first, you have to fight the Higginth. So, um, about this time, a Higginth is something your characters would know exists more the dwarves than anyone because they're a real thorn in the side. Think of like mixing an ogre and Sasquatch, and that's a Higginth.
So a hairy ogre. Sweet.
A hairy ogre, but
Oh,
has
got it.
scales wherever. You know how apes have portions where flesh is exposed and not covered with hair? That would be covered in scales. Higginths are mammal-like reptiles. So, the Higginth basically stomps out because people have been making a whole ton of noise. And this thing is roughly about as tall as an elephant. And, has a boulder in its hand. And it looks at you guys and, looks at the slag and all these cardboard cutouts making noises. And combat's begun. Roll initiative, everyone.
Okay.
Yay.
I say it seems that this creature has no respect for good dwarven music.
Okay, I don't remember. Do we get to add our reflex?
Your
You can
reflex
add an
modifier.
additional one because
That's what I mean.
I succeeded on my roll.
Plus the
so.
initial one too. So
I got a non-natural 20. Again, this is the second one tonight.
Well, if you guys are
17.
gonna roll really well, I'm gonna have to. All right. Yeah,
Oh.
nothing happens till the end, I guess. So, anyways, this Higginth is standing there, menacingly.
Okay. Well, I'm just before it.
Yep. So, first is going to be GOP of all people. That's weird to say. Usually, GOP's dead
I know.
last.
I'm like, yeah. That's strange. Okay. Well, I'm going to. I'm gonna hit him with my halberd.
Good luck with that.
So, yeah.
He's running up there to hit him. Okay.
Let me just pull up my stuff.
Just
Let me tell
curious.
you before you go up to yes.
Just curious. Because I haven't really looked at the initiative thing. How do I calculate it? I get my.
Initiative
Yeah, go ahead.
is your proficiency bonus plus because it applies to all rolls.
So my
and your reflex.
proficiency bonus. Okay. Does
So,
the magic of the weapon also apply to the proficiency bonus?
No. It's just the +1
Just
to all
like
rolls you get for every 5 levels, and your reflex modifier.
and the weapons proficiency.
Not on your initiative.
Not
Well,
on
he just said
initiative.
that.
No. I called proficiency bonus the +1 you get for every 5 levels.
Oh, okay. So I get my reflex and I get my +1 from being 5th level and the +1 from GOP after the fact. Nothing else
Yes.
applies?
Nothing else.
Okay.
Unless you have an ability that gives you a specific plus to initiative.
I don't think I do. Yeah. All right, cool.
Does
Thank you.
27 hit?
Well, I wonder. Let me see.
I might have done mine wrong then.
I mean, you said if I could hit, like I
Yeah,
couldn't hit this
I
thing.
did.
So
Let me
It's
see.
for me it's
You know
+4, not
what?
+3.
You know what? I'm going to use its effect. You miss.
okay.
It has the ability to give attacks against it disadvantage. So instead of a 17, instead of 27, it becomes 17.
Okay. Well, what if I mean, but that was a crit. Does that do anything or no?
Yeah, if you miss, the crit doesn't do anything. Which is
Okay, fair
it's just
enough.
like there is an ability that players can do where you can give opponents disadvantage. It has a similar effect like that.
Okay, well then I don't hit.
Hmm.
I do get an extra, if I recall
You do.
correctly, D4 of damage. So I
Yep.
guess I'll do that.
Yep, roll it.
All right. 2 points of damage, and I am standing 15 feet away from it.
Yeah,
So,
you are.
which is
It
still my
does.
melee.
See, the great thing is normally that effect that you just did, if you were within 10 feet of it, it has a specific effect because Higginths are renowned wrestlers. And when they are attacked in melee or with range, not magic, they can give an opponent disadvantage from the unnatural effects of their mobility. They can only do it like once or twice, depending on how experienced the Higginth is, and this is just an average one. But say you were up within range and you attacked and you missed. This is stuff that you are remembering as you're fighting it because two of you, I believe you, GOP, and you, Chester, both have analyzing skills that give you information about your opponent.
Probably. Yeah.
I think that was a skill that you
Okay.
guys had. I think you had that too, GOP. Didn't you have a skill that allowed you to learn things about your opponent, like high-ranking survival?
Um,
It was a
I'll have to
dragon.
look.
I thought you had
Let's
something that gave you
see.
that. So I'll give you this little tidbit for free. If Lady wants to tell you because of free action, because she would know what these things are, being her character being a druid. So
Yeah,
basically,
what are they?
if you were within range, this thing would have suplexed you.
Fair enough.
It's basically a reversal. They have a once per battle reversal, plus 2 times per battle if they are experienced. So if you were in range, you would have swung. It would have, caused you to miss. Well, if you hadn't hit it, anyways. And then it would have, you know, hit you with a reversal, which would have done damage relative to your attack roll. So you dodged a bullet by being 15 feet away as opposed to being only 10 feet away.
Okay.
And you used up its ability, so you absorbed its shield. Good job.
Oh, and just remember anything that it does has a -1 because my dread
Oh yeah, it does
aura.
have dread. Yep, it does. Well, isn't that a yep? So, darn
20
your dread
feet.
aura. I hate your dread aura. Why did I
You
give it to
you
you?
made it, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, dragon.
I do have.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I do have an important question I forgot to ask.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
you gave me something called magical potency, which it isn't in the game at rank 0. At one of I rolled real high on something. You gave it to me, and basically you said it's times two to my magical damage. Now,
So
does that apply to everything or?
what the magical potency does, is that if something has a like a reduction, absorption, things like that. Magical potency, your equivalent penetrates. So, for example, if you have magical potency, if I gave you ×2, that means you bypass 2 damage reduction versus magic, 2 damage absorption versus magic.
I understood none of that.
It's basically magic pen.
Magic pen?
It penetrates magical defenses.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
So, for example, if something has 2 damage reduction versus magic, you will bypass that damage reduction with your magic. At least, that much of it.
So it has nothing to do with damage then?
No.
Okay, because I wrote down. All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry. So, Dragon, make a might roll to wake up.
You might wake up, you might not wake up.
Darn. Okay, we'll get back to him.
We
Celtic,
didn't
what are
reach
you doing?
him, so. Yeah.
Okay.
It's ladies'
What am I
turn.
doing?
Yeah, lady.
Hmm.
Oh, there's Dragon.
You hear Dragon?
Lady. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Dragon, make a might roll. Get higher than a 1. Barely. All right, you wake up. You can take your turn. What are you doing? There's this huge Higgins in front of you. It's as tall as an elephant and built like a like the bastard son of Godzilla and Kong.
I want it dead. I don't know what it is. I just know I want it dead.
Well,
Fair
that's that's good. So that's the proper response because it wants you dead.
I want to take my. I would actually no. I got a better idea. I take out my dagger and stab it.
Okay, go for it. Roll to stab it.
Let's see. 4. Oh, fuck. What's the dagger's bonus? 1?
+1.
Yes. So let's say 4. Wait for that. 1 for that. 2. I believe that's a +8.
Go for it. That's a miss.
14.
Whiff. All right. Celtic, what are you doing?
Eat him.
I'm going
Eat 'em.
to launch into the air for I'm out of his swinging range, but I know the boulder can still hit me.
Pesky boulders.
Yeah, pesky boulders. Grabbing some pine cones as I go up and casting the spell spread.
Okay. All right. So you're preparing for next round. So you cast spread. Roll a d20 for me.
Is there any pluses to it?
I hope not. No pluses.
This is just magic thing then. Okay.
Yep. Your max health is reduced. Your max health is reduced by 6.
Ouch.
Well, imagine if you had rolled a 20. The lower the better.
Yeah.
But now the spread is in effect. So the next level 1 spell you cast is multiplied 1d4 times.
Okay.
Minimum of 2. So anyways, it's going to hurt. I know what you're doing. So anyways, you fly up there. After Celtic, it goes down to
Me.
Chesnaro.
Yes, that's right. Well, I'm sitting on the drill with the next to the driver. We've been having great conversations, by the way. And I see this hairy beast come out of the woods, grumbling. What language was it speaking, by the way?
It is speaking Higgins.
So it's not giantish.
It's kind of like the different. It is giant, but it's like Pig Latin giant.
Oh, okay. So I'm just because I my character actually somehow speaks a lot of languages. So I kind of get its problem. But this seems rather of a mindless beast, I'm assuming, in my opinion. Okay, fine.
It's kind of like a semi-mindless beast. It's it's more intelligent than It's probably more intelligent than a basic animal, but not as intelligent as a goblin.
Well, seeing as people have attacked it, I can't parlay with it. So, first thing I do is just simply apply at distance a 3 points of electrical damage as a halo appears over its head.
Okay.
And then that's just a free action, and I'm going to use my action, and I'm just
Okay.
going to hit it with my magical ranged ability. So let's see here.
Okay.
That's okay. It takes a further 5, so 8 points of damage from me this round. Now keep in mind that the first one was 3 points was electrical. I don't know that
Mhm.
this matters, but the next point was celestial, and the last 2 points of damage were fire based.
Okay, may roll a d20 for me, please.
Sure. You
Just
want anything?
flat, no bonus.
Yep. 8.
Okay. I just needed to know if the celestial damage applied its effect, but it did not. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
Well, I
So
do
now,
have the magical penetrating thing.
yeah, it isn't resistant to magic. It's just whenever you do like automatic damage, you still roll a d20 to see if you get a 17 to 20 and do the critical effect.
Oh, okay.
Because, without a roll, you could do
I get you.
on hit
No, I get you.
fire
I get you.
damage.
I get you.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
So now we're going to do the 7, which is actually the dwarves, and the dwarves basically make a phalanx around the cart to protect the cart and the drill.
Yes. Which is what I'm
So
doing. Yeah.
and so now the Higginth goes. It's kind of scratching wherever it's been injured, and kind of really confused about what really.
It's a bad day. Yeah.
It's a bad day.
Bad day.
So it sees this thing flying up in the air, and this dude that tried to poke it with a stick. So it reaches down. So it has a boulder in one hand, and it picks up a stick as a free action, and it's going to try to poke GOP with this stick. I just hit my microphone, pantomiming hitting him with a stick. It's all your
Nice.
fault, GOP.
And Bragan is also there
WGOP.
with his little knife poking.
Did I hit you?
No.
Okay, so it misses, and then it just kind of puts the stick on its kind of rests it on his shoulder, looking up at the flying person, and then it'll go to the top, which is
GOP.
Juby.
That'd be me. Okay, I'm gonna try hitting it again because the last time
Okay.
didn't work.
Yep.
I am 15 feet away still, so that's good.
Yep.
And I think I have, if I recall correctly, yes, 20 plus 10. Oh, 28.
You have hit it this. You have hit it this time.
With that should be a crit.
Okay, it is. So
Yeah.
what damages do you do with your weapon?
All right, so I should do 2d8 plus 10. Yes.
Okay.
2d8.
Well, what damages do you do with the weapon? Like,
Oh,
is it
the damage
slashing?
types. The damage type, it's a halberd, so
'Cause-
slashing or piercing.
So, do you want to do exposed or lacerated?
Let me see.
Lacerated
Exposed-
does 1d4 damage whenever it takes an action. Exposed reduces its range defense to 10. So, Lady's attack is going to be really good against it.
I'll do that one.
Okay. So,
Okay.
roll your damage.
And each one has a minimum of 5, so that actually would be a 20 points total.
Damage?
20 points total.
Okay. That hurt. It's like.
Oh, and another 4 points because my other ability. So 22 points total.
Ouch.
Mhm.
Okay. So, it's looking at you now. Lady?
It should.
Okay, this
He's
was
the tank.
dreamt up by you. So the Brabble Bomb, tossing
Yeah,
pine
Bramble
cones.
Bomb.
Yeah, tossing pine cones. And watching them explode for 1d4 enemies
Oh,
for 1d8
1d4
damage.
targets.
Oh, 1d4 targets.
So
Doing
roll your targets.
1d8 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, roll 2d4 because, well, actually, first off, roll 1d4 to see how many times the spell is multiplied. Minimum of 2. 3
2
times.
times 3,
So,
6 times.
no. Yeah, okay, so 6. No, okay, hold on. I don't know where that 2 came from. I don't know what that is. That's GOP's roll. So
Yeah.
3 means that it's going to multiply the spell 3 times. So roll.
Oh, okay.
The normal number of targets is 1d4, so roll 3d4 for the number of targets.
3d4.
And you can stack it all on the
1,
same target.
2,
No.
3.
These are 3d4 separate targets. It's going to hit the dwarves. It's going to hit everybody. Well, go for it. Let me see this.
The dwarves aren't by that thing.
But they're targets. This is an AoE explosion. Let me see
Oops.
Oh, so this is a horrible thing. Okay.
This is a horrible idea.
it. This is a rain
I
of
know.
pine cones.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that was
9.
2 minutes. No, that's 3. Okay.
Yep, you did it. So 9 targets. So you can choose the Higgins, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can choose the Higgins again, and then you can choose let's see here, because it's so massive, you can choose it twice. So that's 2 targets. So now you have 7 other targets. So you can target the dwarves. You could target GOP.
Do you know those trees that are behind the hibis and that rock in its hand? I can target those too.
I don't know. Those aren't valid targets. Those are
I
just
mean, the
things that
rock,
are gonna be-
his weapon in his hand isn't a target?
No.
Does
Targets
it
are.
specify it has to be an animate object?
Let me see. It does target 1d4 targets. So you could, not the weapon.
1d4 enemies for damage of 1d4.
Enemies. There you
Not
go.
us.
Okay, good. So you did not. So
I'm
since there's
getting
only one
coffee.
enemy,
Hold on.
since there's only one enemy, then you would only do the damage. So roll your 3d8 damage.
Well, you know what I've been doing with my other ability, because I have 2 abilities that add targets. What I've been doing, just so you know, is I just been adding all my targets to, because it's not an AOE. Of course, mine isn't an AOE, but I've just been targeting all of them on one target.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah,
the
well,
spell
mine's
specifies.
right. Well, mine's not an AOE, so that is different. So
Mm.
So 3d8 damage, lady. You hit it very hard. Let's see what that damage
I rolled a
is.
10.
10.
10? All right. So you do 10 damage to this thing as all 3 pine cones hit it and explode. It roars in pain and is very angry at you because you just hit it with a bunch of pine cones.
Meanie. I understand his pain.
Yeah, well, it's got pieces of pine cone stuck in it now. Good job, lady. That was really good. So now
I wouldn't have
after
known
lady,
about it if you hadn't said something.
I know. I told you so you could do it. I wanted to see it. After Celtic, it goes Chester.
Well, my automatic
What
ability.
happened to
Dragon.
Dragon will get there in a second. Go.
Okay.
We
Chester.
actually have I'm actually up 1 point above him in initiative. But this time my automatic stalwart resolve. I apply chilling wind. So
Okay.
he doesn't deal modifier damage on his next attack.
Okay.
But he has to make in order for that to work, he needs to make a saving throw versus 17.
Is it a might, reflex,
It
or
says 17 resistance. It said if they fail a 17 resistance. I
okay?
don't know what that
So,
means.
If it's a magical ability, it probably would be intelligence. I would assume.
well, the thing about resistance is you have resistance, and then sometimes you have it stat based. If it's just a resistance, they have a flat modifier that they have to roll.
Well, this is
So,
called chilling wind, so it's versus
Yep, chilling
frost, I guess.
yeah. It works. He is
Okay.
chilled.
So he is. So I do that, and then I just apply my other damages. So let me do that.
Okay.
So it's just I'm sitting next to the driver, so I do 5 damage, actual 5 damage.
Mhm.
And let me make that roll for you, just so to see if that damage is critical. What do I add to this roll?
It's just a flat d20
Okay,
for on hits.
that's fine.
It is critical.
Okay,
So, what damage types do you do?
celestial and fire.
Okay, so do you want to light him on fire, or do you want to inflict him with penance?
What does penance do?
It basically he cannot reduce enemies below 1 health in the next round.
Oh well, that's
I
not
don't
a.
think that happen.
Yeah, it's
Well,
light him on his hair, fire upon his hairy self.
Okay, so he is on fire. Let me look at the fire keywords. Let me find those.
I'm going to get some coffee while he burns.
I should get some as
Okay.
well, so why not? Be right back.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Dragon, what are you doing?
Oh, try stabbing.
All right, stabbing.
Okay, so let's.
All right, you hit him. Let's see
And now
if
he's
he-
under my control. Yay!
No, he's under the eye's control if he fails his resistance. Let's see here. Oh, the blade is
No.
shunted back towards you. He is critically resisted.
Ouch.
Do I still deal damage to it?
Yeah, roll your D8. Roll another D8 because you criticaled.
9.
9. Okay, so now
Okay.
it goes to the dwarf. They're just going to hold their action to so this creature gets close. It goes to the Higginth. The Higginth is scratching itself and wondering what the heck is happening. Why are these people hitting it so hard? But it doesn't seem
I don't
bothered.
forget I can kill people now.
Just let me know if
You
it
can-
hits me or if I can go back and check on my coffee.
Go check on your coffee.
Okay.
Yeah,
Unless this thing isn't supernatural for some reason.
I'm enjoying the
Um,
show. This is quite an interesting show.
It's a it's a beast, so it's a natural creature that exists here. Higgins are just a natural creature in the world, but this one may have something supernatural about him. So, let me see. Make a survival roll for me, Dragon.
Okay, so that's just 20 plus my intelligence bonus.
Mhm. There is something
14.
strange about this Higgins. Some kind of aura is around the Higgins.
I'm back. What happened?
The Higgins is going to swing to hit you.
Yay. Okay.
What did I do?
Not you. It's rolling to. Well, it does have it can do an arc, so it can hit both you and Dragon. So it's going to swing.
It can
both of
because
you.
I'm at a decent distance away. I'm not right by him.
Well, it has a natural 10-foot reach and has a 15-foot long branch.
Oh. Okay. Well, that'll do it. Yep.
I thought it had a. Oh, okay, that's right. The stick. Okay.
It has well, it's a small tree, so it's going to hit you and Dragon with a tree for.
Okay.
Take
Let's
that.
see. Take that, and it is actually a critical because it has that big 20 strength.
Nice.
Let's see.
I'm going to. Well, I get to. Well, you can roll it. I'm going to use my evasion.
Good. It is a level 5 creature.
Where's my evasion?
19 points of damage to both of you.
Okay, so -2 because of my natural or my resistance for my armor. So 17, and then I
let's see
divide that
here.
by 2.
You have done over 50 damage to it, so it unlocks. It gets its second attack. Lady,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna.
Remember,
Yeah,
I
it's
he's
get,
gonna.
not.
I get.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Puffin. That
Mhm.
damage you have to you have to remove the plus 16
The
plus not the plus 16, the plus 6.
6. Yeah, he only does
Oh,
13
yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
13 damage. But the boulder,
Evasion.
no, they remove the 6 because he's frosted. But
I
he's gonna
frosted.
swing. He's gonna attack you for. Does a 25 hit your range defense, lady?
Of course.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sure it does.
he chucks that boulder up and hits it like a baseball swing at you. So
Oh.
I have to hit you with a boulder. Which
Do
let
you
me
have
see.
evasion?
Do you have the evasion skill, lady, at rank?
Yes, I have the evasion too.
What rank?
As
Two.
long as it has to be at least rank 1, and you get the bonus. So.
You get the reduction in damage.
Yep. Twice per combat, I believe,
Twice
at
per
rank
combat,
1.
you take half damage. So you'll probably want to take half damage from this because this is a boulder. Let's see here. I'll crit you with a boulder. No modifier. 11. So you take what? 5? 5.
Mhm.
5 damage. As you
Okay.
basically see it coming and you kind of duck back with your wings. You kind of drop a little bit and the boulder goes sailing past you. And the Higgins, looks rather, just kind of dismissive on the fact that, you've been hitting it. This is very strange behavior for something that's, usually an animal would be very worried that it's bleeding and, being hit and stabbed. But this thing just looks kind
Yeah.
of like, whatever.
Mhm.
All right, so we go back to the top, which is GOP.
Okay,
It's
cool.
so rare for you
Well,
to go first. I don't remember.
I know, it's insane. Well, I'm gonna take another swing at it because that seems to be
Mhm.
what I do. So, yeah, taking my swing, and it's
Taking my swing
10.
downtown.
I am. So if I do advantage, what does that do? Because I can do it
The
twice.
minimum you roll is 10. So that'd be a 20 to hit.
Would that hit him?
It would.
Then I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna spend one of my advantages.
Well, you don't know. Okay, that was kind of cheating because
Fair
you don't
enough.
know if
Fair
that
enough.
would
Fair
hit
enough.
him.
Fair enough. You're right. You're right. I know at least an
Cheater.
18. Yep. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, either way, I'm using it. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll roll my damage, and that's not
Okay.
a crit. So.
Okay.
D8 plus 10.
Now, where's the plus
Yeah.
10 coming from?
The plus 10 is because I get to add my bonus to hit to my damage. I have the skill for that.
What is it?
Let me find it. Because I know I have. Let's see. I think it's my spear work, if I recall correctly. That would be a higher level. Maybe it's my axe work. No, it's not. And how did I get that plus 10? I
Yeah,
think maybe
I'm
it was.
like,
No, okay, never mind, because I was thinking that would be if I had my higher level spear work. Never mind. I'm going to should only be a plus should be my might, right? And then my plus for my proficiency. So
your might
plus
bonus
5.
plus. Yep, plus 5.
So it should be a 5. Okay, so that's my bad. So reduce that by 5. So 12.
Okay. Let's see here. So plus 12. Okay, there we go. There we go. So you hit it, and when you hit it, make a survival roll for me.
Okay. And that's survival is, if I recall correctly, is survival intelligence based?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta know
Okay.
things in order to make things.
That's right.
I gotcha. So I should have a 5. Gotcha.
Nice.
21.
The fire has gone out on this thing, and it is not bleeding.
Fair enough.
Something's with, and you, from your knowledge, know that something's not right here. You know, this isn't even giving off the same type of battle things that the T-Rex gave off, and that thing was part mushroom.
Mhm.
This isn't acting like, an animal or the way a beast would. This is acting like something that's being mind controlled.
Hmm.
Do you
Or
call that
being
out?
controlled.
Yeah, I'll relay that information to the party.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll always relay information just as a default, unless I say otherwise.
Okay.
Right.
Did you do your damage?
He did. So
Mhm.
now it goes
Just
to
12.
Dragon.
Just oh,
No,
okay.
lady.
Well, Dragon actually got an 18 on his initiative. Lady
What?
got a 17.
I thought he had
Yeah,
a 10.
just we
Okay.
kind of. Yeah.
His 10 was
Well,
to
time
wake
to
up
bring out
and
the big gun. Time to bring out the big guns.
Please.
Do we?
go Super Saiyan. Do it.
Ooh, that hit.
That's a critical.
That is
What?
a critical.
Where's the
Yeah.
roll?
It's right
I don't
here.
see it.
It's 29. He rolled a 17.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't see anything. The
I
dice
see
room's
it on the
crashed.
side.
Yeah,
I see it
it's
on the side.
it's he rolled a
Okay, there it is.
29 plus with a plus 12, but the actual number was 17, so he crit.
Okay, so what damage type, what debuff do you want to inflict? Do you inflict exposed or do you want to inflict lacerated?
Lacerated.
All right, so when it takes actions on its next round, because it is resistant to slashing, it'll take 1d4 damage bypassing reductions. Cool. So roll your damage, please. 1d8 plus 1d8 for criticalling and what other bonuses you have for. Now, why are you hitting that hard with a plus 12?
That is
I'll trust you.
Why do I have a plus 12?
Yeah.
Y'all.
Well, I got a plus 9.
Now, let's see. Might of 18. How about
It's plus
plus
4.
3?
So that's plus 7.
Level of 6.
So plus 1. It's plus 9.
And what's the name of that one thing?
From GOP.
Hunter. No, Hunter. That gives you plus 2. So that's a plus 11.
And is the sword magical or the halberd?
He already applied the plus 3. Or did you have.
Well, there's a base bonus that you get from things, and then you
And then there's
have
the magical. Yeah.
there's a
Yeah,
magical
did you
bonus
make
on
your
top of
halberd
that.
magical?
Yeah, the halberd's magical.
What is it? What's its enchantment?
The plus 3 to hit and
Okay,
damage.
so then it would be plus 14,
Yeah.
not plus 12. So you should be swinging at a plus 14.
Oh, and I didn't even. I have a plus 3 halberd. That's why I was getting. Well, it would still be only an 8, not a 10. That's why. Okay.
Okay,
I
so
was still a
damage
little.
would see this counts as an X. So plus 7.
Yep, plus 7 damage. 2d8 plus 7.
I was only off by 2. Okay, now I remember. I
Nice.
completely.
13 damage.
Okay.
Get him, lady.
Get him, lady.
Okay, I can only do 5 spells a day, right? Without a font, whatever
Yep,
that is.
5 spells a day. You've
Mhm.
used 2 spells.
Kind of don't want to
You do
waste the day away, so I'm gonna shoot arrows.
All right, shoot
And
an arrow at it.
that's +1 from him. Non-magical. Not really
Chester,
working.
you're gonna love this whenever
Plus the
whenever I
3.
reveal what's weird about this thing.
Well, I'm about to figure it out, I think.
Okay.
Probably got its own eye.
No.
18.
That will miss.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, my turn.
Go for it.
Sweet.
Your turn.
So I put frost back on it because that's
Okay.
useful. So make your roll.
Yes, sir. All right, he's frosted.
Okay,
No bonus to damage.
I'm assuming using my telepathy is an action. So
Mhm.
I use my telepathy on the thing and see what the hell's going on after being prompted from the Iron Mecha Man.
Okay. Make an intelligence roll.
Okay. Do I apply any skill to that?
Just your +1 for being level 5.
Okay.
And clockwork, if you have clockwork.
I do. Sweet.
However many ranks in clockwork you have.
Okay. And that's just 1. Okay, cool.
I remember now how I got it.
Not great.
Okay. So
However,
Mhm.
I do have the ability to re-roll on skill rolls once a day.
Yes, sir.
I shall do so.
All right, excellent. This is an important one.
Yeah, I felt so.
All right, so you have whenever you do telepathy, it's like white noise static on a radio, just blaring, and your head's like, oh gosh, oh it hurts. But it gets really, really loud, like it's almost auto-tuning itself, and then it goes out, and you see the skin and bone, like not bones, but like the skin, the scales, everything on this Higgins begin rapidly rotting away, until underneath is this completely clockwork Terminator style skeleton of what you would think a Higgins skeleton looks like, but everything is, metal plates and gears
Sure.
and all this other stuff. This is a moduloid. Someone please write that down because I'm focused on running. I can't write that name down. Someone
GOP.
write it down.
You are the writer.
Moduloid.
I am. Okay.
A moduloid, you're going to like this, is basically a sentient collection of, it's parasitic, a parasitic collection of animate metallic pieces. Basically if a Terminator skeleton went out and killed things in their sleep and inhabited their bodies and basically fed off the impulses and the decomposition, and basically, walks around with a skin suit until someone realizes that it's a skin suit, and then it, bails out, and now it's you can fight the actual moduloid itself.
Okay.
And there's moduloids of different sizes, and most of the time they go after humanoids. So some people out there you're talking to could be a moduloid, and if you try to reach out telepathically to them. Now they do have a certain level of resistance. It's decently high, but you actually beat it, Chester.
I rolled very high. Yeah.
It'll cause the rapid decomposition because all the other it's kind of like the Thing. All the other pieces are like, oh shoot, we have to preserve ourselves. Where the controlling piece is like, no, don't do.
I did good, GOP.
We did good.
It's
So
first
now
time
you have
I've
this
used that
moduloid.
telepathy, by the way.
So now you have this moduloid standing in front of you, and which is much more dangerous than a Higgins. And you notice that there's slight dents and pierces and things in it, but it all looks kind of superficial. Like the hits and damage that you were doing before was actually just against its meat suit. It was actually taking like guts or muscle or whatever it had extra inside and basically putting those like sandbags to get hit by attacks.
Sound like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong. You can either pursue it or it's probably going to try to run.
Well, it's its turn. It's its turn. So
it's its turn. So it's going to now that it's kind of revealed
Been exposed.
It's very bright. Like it's It has illuminated, so any attack against it gets -1 because it's just glowing in the sun. Very shiny metal. All right, one moment. Hold on 1 second. I gotta
Sure.
check something. We got
Okay.
storms around here, so.
Oh yeah, I've been reading
Ah.
all morning myself. How's your
Yep.
weather in Texas, lady?
Been sunshine in the 90s.
That's nice. Hot, but nice. How about you over there in Ohio?
Who's in Ohio?
Oh, Illinois.
Yes, yes. It's been raining a lot. We had a dust storm the other day. That was kind of crazy.
Can you do me a
We sent it
favor?
your way.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor and explain, like Alice Cooper in Wayne's World, how Illinois got its name?
Ooh.
Well, I believe it was the tribe. It was
That's
an
not
Indian
anywhere
tribe.
near Alice Cooper's awesomeness. Try again.
Oh no! I'm not even going to attempt.
People don't
That.
understand the
Stand back.
dangers of tornadoes. There's a tornado on the ground
Yeah,
south of us.
I do. I've seen several.
I do.
Moving which
I-
direction?
Oh, and it's moving away from us, but there's 65-mile-an-hour straight winds headed our way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he might
My
get kicked
family
off.
has
I
been in
might.
multiple tornadoes. It's not fun.
No, not really. I've had the pleasure of enjoying all of Earth's natural dangers.
Hmm.
Yeah, joy.
Oh,
Your
and
turn.
I can explain the +10 when it comes back to my turn. I figured out how I had that.
GOP's +10 is forever revoked. He can have +9 or +11,
Ha!
but never
Ha!
more than +10.
Yes, no
So,
plus 10
All
for
right, I'll
you.
take a +11 if you could offer it.
The gods have
No.
spoken.
So,
Anyway, your turn. So run away.
so he is going to, before he runs away, it basically looks. Who wants to make the engagement roll? Who wants to roll the all powerful D6?
Oh, that's Lady. She's the D6
Lady.
goddess.
All right, D6 goddess. Roll a D6, please.
And I'm not
I will
adding
bring up-
anything to it, correct?
No,
Just
it's
the
just that
D6.
standard D6 roll. Yeah. 2.
Excellent. So overload escape. Excellent. Thank you, lady. I
Overload
appreciate your-
escape.
I don't know what that means, but can I do
So-
a opportunity attack
Hi.
when it tries to leave?
No. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, sure. You can try to attack our opportunity. That's fine. But this is its action. Its action is an escape. So what's going to happen is, you see it crouch down. A little bit. It like backs up a little bit and crouches down, and suddenly all these different pieces of its body start glowing as it's been absorbing sunlight through its carcass skin, and what appears to be something that you in character have no idea what this is, but out of character it has definitely magic rocket thrusters appearing all over its body, because each one of these sentient pieces can cast magic, and so it basically just erupts out of the trees. Make your swing, GOP.
Sure. So this thing was upset about noise.
No. It was upset about getting found out.
21. We didn't even know it was there.
I did it.
Oh,
You did.
it.
That's fair enough.
So, you've hit it.
Okay. And
'Cause
I
its
will.
defenses is 20/19.
Okay. And would you like me to explain how I get the +10 now?
I trust you. I just didn't
Okay.
at first, and then I was proved right. Then I was
'cause
proved wrong. So now I don't know what
forgot-
to believe.
I forgot. I will explain
It's
after.
your
I will explain
game.
after. It
Okay.
makes sense though.
So it's gone. Nice.
18 points.
Well, hold on a second. So you hit it. The giant shockwave of basically the rocket blast off, I need everybody except for Chester to make a reflex roll, because the cart driver presses a button on there and this basically blast shield comes up above you
Sweet.
and him.
Very nice.
So the dwarves
I
have to
give a
make
nudge
theirs.
on the shoulder. It's like, that was good. That was good. I
Oh,
see you.
It's a reflex roll versus 16.
Oh, I just made it.
Oh, you just
Oh.
made it. You need to take half damage.
Even
take
though
that.
I'm up in the air, I still got to roll.
Have you seen how big the blast wave is when a rocket takes off?
Yeah, it slowly goes up.
The rocket does,
It
but that
it
all the
it hits the ground first before it starts bubbling up
they actually have to
and out.
build. Well, it's not hitting the ground flat. They actually make a bucket under the rocket.
Uh,
If it's hitting the ground
let's
straight, it would make a
see.
heat wave and melt
I'm
people on the
in the
ground.
forest. Do I get? I don't. I have a +5. I'm in the forest, right?
No, you don't get a +5.
No, that's
You
not
have
how it works.
regeneration. You regenerate
Okay.
lost health. So you just roll your reflex. You're in the air, so you're going to get a +2
I'm only gonna get only half damage anyway. I think.
if you make it.
Yeah.
If you make it, you'll take half damage.
No other pluses.
You get
Well, I
+3
got a
from your
+3.
reflex.
Yeah,
You get
+3.
+3 from your reflex, +2 for being in the air, and +1 for being level 5. So you have a +6. All you got to get is a 10. That's not 10.
Oh,
So,
Oh.
so here's
I
what
get
happens. It's not the
I get
heat
blown
wave.
off coast, of course.
The shock wave is what hits you. Dragon, make a reflex, please. Versus 16. The dwarves failed.
And lady, just so you know, on the camera it looks slow, but rockets actually ascend at 90 meters per second at the initial launch.
he
No, I'm
fails.
going to use my evasion thing to take half damage.
This technically it is an attack, kind of. So yeah, that's good because everyone that is hit by this, including the dwarves, GOP is the only one that takes half. Everybody that got hit, roll a D12 for me, please. Let me roll for the dwarves.
You want me to roll as well? I just take half of what I roll?
Yep.
Okay.
Maximus using evasion. Lady, you can use evasion as well if you'd like, because it's technically attack to take half.
I will. Well, I don't know what a 3 does, but
Well, it's good. It's good. So, what has happened is this horrid shockwave has gone out and blows back the trees, blows back all of you. So, let me see here. That's really, really bad for the dwarves as they failed horribly. But they're not dead. GOP, what's your max health?
75.
75.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
and
nice.
It is nice because a lot of that is from my mount
Okay.
ability.
So,
great.
what has happened is, did you roll reflex for your? Oh, wait, no, your suit is your mount. So,
Yeah.
here's what's going to happen. This huge shockwave goes out and hits everyone. Your D12 rolls were adequate in order to avoid it. Everyone that used evasion loses a quarter of their health. Everyone that didn't use evasion, that took full, loses half their health.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, what was this? What was the dice roll for?
You
To see
got.
if you die. To see if you die instantly.
Hmm.
If you are melted.
Okay.
Because if you fail the reflex and get a 2 or a 2 if you're flammable, or a 1 if not, you are just melted by the liftoff.
Okay, then. So see, that means
And you just see this glowing, it looks like a
hopefully-
flare is shot up.
Pretty. I give everybody a cookie, and you guys, when you eat the cookie, get 1 health point back.
Yay!
Yay, cookie magic.
I
Yeah.
am sitting at before cookie magic. I'm sitting at 9 health.
So you got 10.
Cookie
Well, no,
+1.
sir?
A rocket, when it launches,
Mhm.
pushes against the ground, as you mentioned, the scoop, right? And
Mhm.
then as it's flying through the air, it's pushing against the density of the atmosphere as it continues on its thrust. But what exactly is a rocket pushing against in space?
That's what I always ask, and I have
Yeah.
no idea. I don't
I
know
don't
how
either.
that. Now, I heard that space is not a true vacuum, that it does have traces of hydrogen and nitrogen, and I
so
guess
they
that's what it's
lied.
pushing against. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because if it was a true vacuum, nothing could exist in it.
And that's my
because,
point. Yeah. That
Yeah.
was being I was being elusive.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If
Trace
we're
these. hmm
go ahead.
Outer space is made up of hydrogen and nitrogen gas.
hmm
That's
That's new.
liquid nitrogen,
That's
things
good.
like that. It's because without that there would be no medium and nothing else would really work.
Yeah, they had to
Now the
change that. People started asking the wrong questions.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. If you really go up into space and look around, like some of those astronauts, I guarantee you they're not telling you what they actually saw.
Well, maybe
If you-
not. You know,
yeah. But anywho, the
that's
point
assuming
is,
they even went up. But anyway,
anyway.
Yeah.
So this thing disappears like a flare over the side of the mountain. The dwarves pick themselves back up. They did not die instantly, fortunately. They did have their health reduced to half, which bad for them because they had about as much HP as GOP does, each of them. And they're
Well-
not happy. They're grumbling.
well, I give him a cookie. And I do talk to the driver about how impressive that mechanical beast was.
Yes, he says it is very unsettling that there would be a moduloid this close to the fortress.
You should report it.
Um, I am going to report. He turns to one of the dwarves that looks like he can run. I go back and report the presence of a moduloid. The inventor may still be in the area.
Plus, we
Hey.
also have that the prince guy,
Mhm.
that whole thing too.
Yeah,
So-
he's
Oh,
missing
the
though.
prince. Yeah, he's missing.
he's missing.
Yeah, but I don't
He's
care
been
about that
mentioned.
at all.
Yeah. So you, as you guys are kind of like getting yourself together, the dwarves recommend that you make camp because they want to heal.
Yeah, of
They
course.
don't like being.
And we
Yeah,
got
I
a
wanna
cleric.
heal
Does
too.
our cleric heal at all?
He can heal. He can do medical rolls.
Oh, nice. Do that. I don't have medical.
I think I have
Because that's the
medical
main form of healing in the game is actual first aid and medical
Right.
rolls.
Well, you know what? When he starts doing that, which I'm assuming Ezreal's going to do that, I'm going to assist him and see if I can actually steal that.
Yep, learn rank 0 medical.
Yeah.
And
The
that'll let you
savant ability.
do. Yep. Let's see here.
I should have some kind of healing ability. I'm trying to look for it right now, but I don't have everything copied down yet.
So basically, whenever you do a medical roll, if you have at least rank 0, you roll a d20, and every point over 10 is 1 point of healing. If you have rank 1, you can heal for more because you do 1d20 plus rank adds to it. So it's not just
Anybody lose a limb?
no one has lost any limbs, but you
Okay.
can
Why
use
not?
that spell to give them regeneration, which will heal over time.
Especially through the night. So just getting 1 point. Okay.
Instead
Yeah.
of getting 1 point, they would get 2 points per rest cycle. So over 2 rest cycles, you would heal them for 32. So they'd all be back to full health, but you can only
Okay.
cast on 3 of them. So choose 3 people, and they'll heal 32 health for this, camping.
I took bad damage. Who else is low?
GOP's at half. 32
Well, I
would
wouldn't
set
be.
him up pretty good.
The 32 would help me. I'm not down to half, thankfully, but
Oh, wait a minute.
yeah.
Wait, she can't heal you because yours is a robot. She
Oh,
can't
that's
heal a
true.
robot.
You're a
You guys
robot.
heal each other. I'll handle my own healing.
Okay.
So.
So there's 3 of us. 1, 2,
All
3.
Yep, so you heal a dwarf because Chester didn't take any damage. So you heal
And
yourself,
myself.
you heal yourself, a dwarf, and dragon. And each one of you heal for 32. Dragon, make some medical rolls on them dwarves.
Go ahead.
What's your rank in medical?
Oh, like 1.
Okay. Roll 1d20 plus 2. Plus your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, I got it first try, baby. All right. Thank you.
All right.
I
So
still
you
help,
heal.
though.
Yep.
Ah!
So you. So let's see here. So you heal 1
I'm going to
point.
use
Neil?
advantage. I'm going to use
Okay.
my
So
advantage.
your
And
last
I also
advantage.
get an extra +1 because it's a non. Well,
So
no,
you
actually,
heal for
no.
7. Got it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Heal for 7. Maximus, you heal the first dwarf for 3. Roll again because you can do 1 roll per downtime. So you can patch them up.
Oh, I can do one more roll? Okay.
Yep.
That's so it'd be a +6. Got it.
The reason you
Oh,
didn't
that's
get.
much better.
Yep. So you'll heal for 12 points with that. Dragon, roll.
Got to add my +1 for level.
Okay, so that other dwarf heal. Oh, that's really good. You heal that dwarf for a total of 9 points, so he's feeling much better. And when he rests, he's going to heal for 16, so he'll feel really good about that. So 9 plus 16, he's feeling pretty good. Roll for the next dwarf.
Who's healing me?
I
Me.
will.
I
I just
did.
picked up medical.
And you can make a medical roll as well, Chester, on
I
people.
will. And that's my intelligence modifier,
Wait, so-
right?
Yep, intelligence modifier. And
Oh,
plus
since
1
we
for
have
being level 5.
Right.
Wait, did lady heal me?
Nope.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
hits you with
yes.
regeneration. So
Okay, what does that do?
It just regeneration heals you an extra point per downtime. Lady has natural regeneration of +1 for being a druid since you're in the wild, so she will heal for because she's up and casting and things like that, but she gets her normal like healing over time. So Lady's going to heal 16 from the first downtime and 8 from the second for a total of 24. And you're going to heal 16 total points because you have regeneration on you, Dragon.
Oh, and how much
And then
XP did we get since we have downtime?
XP that you've gotten for this for downtime for fighting the Higgins, everybody gets 12 XP.
Okay.
Well, the moduloid, it's not true Higgins.
Well, whatever it is, but yeah.
Um.
I'm gonna
hmm.
give myself rank 4 in my my dread approach.
Can that I have 50 XP. Can I burn it?
What would you like to burn it on to level?
Yeah,
You can.
I will. And one dwarf gets 1 point. Unfortunately, I give nothing back to Ezreal. Let me keep rolling. Because there are what? How many injured dwarves?
Well,
Nothing.
you can do 1 roll per downtime. You have 2 downtime cycles.
Okay, so I'm done. All right, cool. I understand. All right, cool.
Let's see here. So yeah, so they're all of them are going to heal up to some are fully healed, some are healed up to like 2 or 2/3. So they set off the next day, and you hear a voice, Chester.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in the morning, and everyone else is pretty much asleep except for the cabin driver who is whittling, and you hear, "What a strange thing you are."
That is true.
It'll be a shame whenever you're unfortunately lost to the woods. Or not, whoever really lives through it.
That is fair.
Are we on a path?
You are
Or
on a
no?
path, but up in a tree you see someone talking to you. It is a short goblin, female,
Yeah.
with long black hair and a ponytail. And it's like I was wondering whenever the usurper would arrive. You know, my spies have been telling me a lot about you.
Oh, I see. Well, in Goblin, I am conversing with her, and I'm like, well, I don't know how much of a usurper I am. I make cookies.
Mhm. Yes, but you're getting yourself very popular for some reason, and
I like
my
people.
oh well, that's good. I like people too whenever they do what I say.
Oh, I see. So you're trying to intimidate me. Let me get my journal. I'm gonna write that down. Okay.
Mm.
Do you have a name?
Oh, they call me Kesha. I am the heir to Gobopolis.
Oh, well, congratulations. I have to say, you goblins are doing an amazing job. Very, very, very efficient.
Unfortunately, my uncle seems to have this thing of, giving people voting and having mayors instead of the monarchy that I am
Oh,
owed.
so yeah, pesky democracy. Yeah.
Indeed. Why would I have a entire boat full of farm workers when I could have a small boat filled with elite sailors? I don't understand the draw of giving those who choose not to better themselves hope.
Well, I don't disagree with you.
But you see, the problem is in order to get that, I must first usurp Gabopolis. I'm looking for allies who would wish to overthrow the tactics. The siege will begin as soon as the drill arrives.
Oh, I see. Well, not really politically oriented.
Well, you can be. I mean, the racial purging that would occur afterwards would be most of a mess, but, orcs are on the list of, friendly. Elves, not so much. But I don't think you're one that cares about people by race, only by individual.
Yeah, well, you hit that on the nose.
Yes, yes. You see, I've been watching, and I could use someone like you in my ranks helping me to achieve my masterful goals of, attaining Gobopolis and then plundering the necromancers, ruins, and then overthrowing many of these small groups of barbarians in the hills that tend to make everything horrible for everyone else. You see, I am starting a new goblin kingdom after ours was burned to the ground by humans nearly 200 years ago.
Wow, you know how those humans are.
They are young and pretty and enigmatic.
This is true. Well, I mean, I wish you good luck.
Thank you. Just whenever the siege of Gobopolis begins, keep your head down if you want to keep it.
Oh, I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. The creature was a surprise, though. But the we do have a benefactor in the area, and he will also perhaps be an assistant. If you would perhaps wish to trade us the drill there, we could
Oh,
prevent a
well,
lot of loss of life.
you have been observing me correctly. Yes?
Yes,
Then you know
yes,
the answer.
I do, but I just have to ask for the sake of it. You understand
I
semantics.
do. But, I gave my word to
Oh yes,
Gobopolis itself, which includes you.
yeah. Well, it will include me soon.
Mhm.
It'll include me and all my soldiers.
To be fair, once I deliver the drill, my responsibilities are done. So, like I said, I have no
Mm.
interest in getting involved in your political machinations. So, as I
Oh, I
said,
understand.
good luck to you.
Thank you, thank you. So I will tell the boys that there's no reason for us to uh, deliver any more. Set no traps. The dwarves are as they are,
I
just
appreciate that.
puppets. Good. I'm glad we could have this talk before things get messy.
Excellent.
And so she just kind of stands up and, climbs up further in the tree and leaves in the strange way that goblins do.
Lovely. I personally blame. Let's see. I'm going to point
Who's
that
it?
direction. GOP. That's who I blame.
Yay,
Yeah.
it's me! Thought you might roll some dice this time.
GOP, you've been blamed.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough, I'm used to it.
So the day
Oh, your
begins,
fault.
and the dwarves get up. There seems to be a kind of an air of goodwill currently. I need a luck roll from GOP since he got blamed.
Wait. There's in-game All right, what do I add to this? I don't even know.
Nothing. Well, +1, you're level 5.
Oh, okay, cool. At least I get that. Well, it's out of combat, so I get a... Oh, no, that's right. That's different. Never mind. 6! I saw it. It went over that one.
Excellent.
It
That's
almost hit it.
another 6 for luck. Man, you guys have devilish luck. Anyways, so
Mhm.
you guys are traveling along. GOP, you'll probably be the one that'll cause this to happen. I like
Fair
it.
enough.
I think it's great. So,
Yeah.
make a what would this be? Make an intelligence roll.
I'm better at those. Okay.
You're better at
Just-
those. Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1.
Roll a one. Roll a one.
Roll a 1.
This is a different day, by the way. Okay. I'm just making sure. Oh, yay. It's 18s and 6s across the board. Here we go. That's a 22 total.
Yeah. So, as you guys are traveling on the road, the dwarves are pushing the cart. Chester's talking, and Lady is hovering slightly above the ground, flying because it's less energy. Dragon is walking, probably whittling something or cursing, moving houses. And you being up front as the one that would abruptly take damage whenever something bad would happen, something bad happens.
I see.
The
Oops.
you are walking along, and I need a survival roll from you, GOP.
Okie dokie.
The way you said that is very fitting for what's happening.
Okay. Just
And he
checking.
died.
Well, he
Horribly.
might. I don't know if it's horribly.
So
It's
plus
probably
5. Okay.
everything that.
Oh,
That's
I'm
awful.
I'm gonna spend, since it is a new day, I'm gonna spend one of my advantages. So that's what I'm gonna do.
That's still a fail at 15.
I will. Well, it's better than an 8. So
Yeah, it's gonna be better. So, you have sprung the trap. That's all I needed to know. So,
there are gonna be no more traps.
so you have stepped on the trap. Now, this is one that was set up long before the goblin chick. This wasn't set up by the goblins. You can tell because as soon as you step on it, there's a clockwork and this loud explosion, and something goes soaring off, like you're watching a kind of like, oh, cool, it's a firework, and the firework hits the side of one of the nearby mountains, and then you notice that the top of the mountain is moving, getting closer, closer.
We need to go.
Avalanche.
We need to move.
Moving.
Avalanche.
What direction is the mountain?
The mountain, if you are going down the path which is straight south, the mountain is to your east. And the mountain range. And multiple, sheets of ice and snow are coming down at incredible paces. Time to move.
Okay. Yep, and I will use my Actually, let me see. How often can I do this?
And do you want to
It's,
help push or pull the cart?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and pull it away from if there's space to move it away from this thing. Try and get as much distance as we can. That'd be the best thing to do. But
Mhm.
who knows how much that's actually gonna help?
Kick means Spirit.
Oh, I can only teleport once
You
per
can
battle. It has to be a
find
battle.
pearls.
This
Are you going to
Okay.
challenge the planet to a fight so you can teleport?
Yep. No.
Screw you, planet. Oh yeah.
No, I'll
Just
save that.
anti-gravity falls up
I'll
out of the sky.
Yep, I'll save it for later. Right now, I'm gonna try and help save this cart. So I'm gonna use my might, my mighty might
Mighty might.
to.
Chester's
Alright, so
still
what-
sitting on the cart, just
I
like
am.
sipping tea.
I am.
Okay. So
Chester sees the avalanche. Great Googa Mugga.
Mhm.
You get 5 XP if you can tell me what movies that's from.
I don't know.
No one knows. No XP for anyone.
Fair enough.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
yeah. So just what am I doing? Is a straight might roll?
Might roll to help push the cart.
Okay.
You got
That's
any thrusters on that thing?
Can I
Course not.
use the grappling hook to help kind of like pull?
It
You
would
know,
be better
like-
just to push it.
Okay, fair enough. And then
Because you got 8 dwarves helping you push.
another 18, so 23.
Rigged dice. So you get it
No.
moving. Between you and the dwarves, the cart is now moving at 23 miles an hour.
Holy
The avalanche
nice.
is coming down, is probably going to consume you, but you're not going to get hit by the brunt of it at this point. So you probably got out of the kill range of it, but the avalanche is probably going to hit the cart. There's you pushed it basically in front of a lot of trees. So, everybody brace for impact against an avalanche.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find something that will help. Let's see.
Well, you can fly up into the air, and you totally
Well,
evade
I
it.
can't get everybody up out of range.
Yeah,
That's
but you
not your
can.
problem.
Yeah, you can get out. I mean, well, can she lift up one of us with her?
What's her might?
9.
She make a might roll. Who do you want to lift? Well, you can't lift GOP. Who do you want to lift?
Yeah, you can't lift me. I'm already committed.
You want to
Well,
lift
does
Chester?
No,
Chester-
I'm gonna
Just-
pole vault.
Chester
You're
can
gonna
teleport.
what?
I'm gonna use my halberd to pole vault.
Over
Okay.
the. Okay.
Well, I mean,
The
he's
the
going to get
driver
swept
of the
away.
wagon.
Okay, so you're going to grab the driver.
Since-
Good
if
heavens!
if he wants it.
I mean, he's not going to be opposed to being, taken away. He puts up the blast shield for, with his staff. He pokes it so that Chester has some kind of covering, and then he's like, "Oh, well, good heavens!"
You know
I
he
guess
can
I'm-
teleport, right?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know.
So
Oh,
he's like,
okay.
"Oh, good heavens! Well, good day, sir. I guess I'm, popping out. See you later."
So Chester will be buried alive then.
No,
He'll teleport.
you know right well
Yeah,
I won't.
he can get out. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be fine. It's the dwarves and dragon and GOP that's to worry about.
Mhm.
So, the avalanche comes through. It gets reduced by trees. Who wants to roll for the number of trees that apply to actually stopping this avalanche?
Lady
Not
Luck?
I.
No.
Oh,
Lady-
please. I'm no luck.
GOP's the one rolling hot. You roll GOP.
I'm mixed. I'm a completely mixed bag. What am I rolling?
A D8.
Okay. D8s.
D8 versus 8. Ooh.
No.
So two
Two.
trees stand firm. 6 trees are carried with it as projectiles in the avalanche. So, avalanche sweeps through. Dragon, you're going to pole vault, so you will only get hit by the avalanche and, half the trees. Make your pole vault roll, please, to see if it's successful.
Okay, so that's might.
It's a might roll. You're throwing yourself into the air.
Of course, you do have to land.
Oh, well, here's what happens. So, Dragon, make a damage roll. Make a damage roll, just D6 because it's your body. It's not D6.
Oh, D6.
Yep, D6. Okay. Plus what's your might bonus?
Yeah, bull.
So then +1. So that's 9. All right, so here's what happens. You go to pole vault, and the handle snaps in half. and you kind of
Ow.
just fall back onto the ground.
It's a magical weapon. How does it snap?
This isn't D&D. The thing about it, I mean, it's a wooden hand. It's a well, it actually would be metal, but it does snap under your weight. It's bent. It's not broken. It's bent, which means it can easily be repaired for some. But it's like weapons are not naturally just super resilient to being broken because they're magical. They are just normal with magic effects. So yes, you pole vault up into the air, and then it bends, and you're back on the ground. You don't take any damage or anything. You're just, and you have basically
Yet-
now you have an axe with a bent handle.
Doesn't take any damage yet.
Yet, that's true. So now, the avalanche hits. So that's 6 trees for everybody, and then the avalanche. Chester,
Can I use?
are you going to teleport before
Yeah.
this
I'm
hits?
going to teleport 100 feet up in the air,
Mhm.
and I'm just going to be sitting down in the lotus position, watching everything below me. Let me make rolls, see if I can regain my that particular shift. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I wonder if there's any magical
Ooh,
spells.
I do.
Lady.
Yeah. Now, do you have slow falling, Chester?
I have cloud step. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So you
5
cast Cloud
minutes.
Step
5
on yourself?
minutes. Yeah.
Excellent. So you teleport up and you're basically just slow falling down. So what were you saying, GOP? What did you want to use?
Oh, well, personally, I would like to use. I was wondering if I could use my level 1 axe feature, which is I get to add a +2 to my defense. If that'll even matter, I'm not sure. And also, okay, it won't matter. Gotcha.
I mean, if you're getting hit by an opponent, yes. Getting hit by a wall, no. So how many
Okay.
trees did I say?
4.
6,
6 trees. Thank you.
6.
3.
6.
There were 6 trees. 6 trees and an avalanche. Let's see. 44 and then an avalanche. GOP, you're rolling good. Roll a d4 for me.
Okay. 4.
Ooh, yeah. All right. So, Dragon, you land behind the cart. The dwarves, they brace behind the cart. GOP, are you bracing behind the cart?
It seems like the smart thing to do. It's got its shield up.
All right, excellent. So, the trees come barreling over. They come crashing. They swing by, barely avoiding. Like the adamantium drill doesn't, like nothing happens to it. Like it is just
Fair
pushed off the cart. The cart is annihilated. Everybody there takes a lot of damage.
Uh-oh.
84 points of damage.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to
Nobody
reduce it.
survived that.
No,
I'm gonna
the
have to
thing is-
reduce it.
Well,
The-
surviving avalanche is quite difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is difficult to survive an avalanche, but you are behind the cart, which is annihilated and takes part of that damage. That's why I had GOP roll the 4. So normally the avalanche would have done 40 points of damage. The cart absorbed it for those that were hiding behind it, which was everyone. That's why the cart was annihilated. So everyone only took 44 points of damage. But I like telling the total for cinematic effect. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So everyone only
Do I
takes
take the
44
damage
points.
as well?
Yeah, everyone
You're
takes
behind the
44
cart.
points. The cart takes
Um,
40, everyone else takes 44.
Not everyone.
Unless we're
Except for
Yeah.
Chester
people
and
in
Lady.
and the
You,
driver.
lady and the driver, take no damage.
I have a knack
Can I use?
for not taking damage. Oh,
Can I use my
And I
evasion?
suppose evasion doesn't help.
No.
Yeah, I was
It's not
gonna ask that
combat.
question. All right, fair enough. So I do get to reduce it by a whopping 2, though. So that's good.
Also, what rank is your evasion? Because do you have the rank of evasion where you take half damage from natural traps?
No.
I think
I
that's
don't.
4, isn't it?
Yeah, at rank 4, you would take half damage from the avalanche.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, then I take. You said 44, so it'd be
44.
42 for me. Okay.
42. Life, the universe, and everything. Chester hasn't taken any damage this session. I need to do some damage to him. So
No, you don't.
yeah. I think
No,
so.
no,
I think
it's
so.
not necessary.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think it
Okay.
is.
Well,
You
I
were-
took a huge hit. I'm still standing.
Rubble gut. Funny.
Everyone is still alive. The dwarves dig themselves out of the snow, and they're like, "Well, how do we get the drill out?" Well, start digging. So they take their halberds and they start using them like shovels and digging out the drill because the drill is pretty much unharmed. It can't be
Okay.
harmed really.
While
Yeah.
they're doing that, I'm gonna be working on my usual healing repair nonsense. So, because that's what I gotta do since I took so much damage.
Okay.
Okay. I turn into my let me see here. I turn into my orc form and start helping. I become bigger and real bulky.
Oh yeah, transform.
Chameleon.
That's
Yeah.
it's a fun spell. So you are able to transform, and
My lady's gonna like it.
I hope so. So you're all digging and helping getting this thing, and so the dwarves hoist the drill up on. There's 8 of them, so they all pick it up and they start walking towards Gobopolis. All the other traps and everything that was in the forest is pretty much wiped out, so you're not going to run into anything until you reach Gobopolis.
Nice. Now I do sit down. I'm assuming we have a overnight, or are we
Yes,
that
Recovery?
you do have an
close?
overnight.
We do.
No, you were that close. You could
Oh, okay,
actually
okay. Um,
the yeah.
I do tell everyone that as we're approaching the city, should I tell them or not? I am a good
It's up to
guy,
you.
aren't I?
Yes,
You
you
never
are.
said that. You never
Yeah.
said you were a good guy. You said you were a good. It really depends. Are you good? Are you a good guy or are you a good guy?
No, I'm a good guy. Everything I've done so
Okay.
far has been a good guy, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you haven't done anything villainous, so
No. So I tell everybody of this Kesha, and that she is planning on striking up a coup d'etat once we arrive with this drill.
so TikTok,
Therefore,
everyone.
yes, TikTok. So therefore, as we approach Gobopolis, I am going to use my movement abilities, and I'm going to go ahead of the party as we get into Gobopolis, and I'm going to go and speak with I don't know, the prime minister. I don't know what's the
The mayor of Gobopolis.
the mayor. Okay, the mayor. Yeah. I'm going
Mhm.
to go speak to the mayor because I can move. I have many ways of moving, actually. Um,
Mhm.
so I'm going to get into Gobopolis ahead of them, and I'm going to stealthily try to move up, arrive where the mayor is, and try to gain audience with him.
See, the thing is like I tried to like add teleportations and things like because wizards have dimension door, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They can do like 60-foot, 100-foot teleportations. You have that in D&D. Why do people not use that to just never take damage? Something gets close, dimension door. Whoop, over here.
Yeah,
Whoop, over here.
I understand the usefulness of it.
Yeah, but I'm just like me over here. It's like, well, I need to think of a counterplay to this. I have a few, but have to figure it out.
Yeah, well, not really. I
Because
mean, it's just, because either the mayor already has a heads up on it, or
Mhm.
he's going to have to react very quickly. Kesha has her plan in place, so it is what it is. But
Yep.
I mean,
So the mayor,
my character can do some DPS, but mostly my character is out of combat.
And so you arrive, and the mayor is. He says he's in a very important meeting, but you're in a very important person. Make a charisma roll
Okay.
against the goblin secretary. She thinks that you are dreamy, so you will get your
I am dreamy.
+8 bonus.
Well, it's
Ooh.
plus 10
Ooh.
actually.
Okay, +10.
Yeah.
Whatever you're modified
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the.
yeah. I have it. Yeah, yeah. So actually, make sure if I got that right. So, yeah, plus 10. Alrighty. Plus, I could do this as well. I can use that after, so I'll wait and see. No problem. 19.
19. All right. So she basically looks, looking this way and that way. And she says, well, I think I can, potentially bend the rules. I heard that orcs are really, into sharing. Sharing is caring. And then, as you're kind of walking in there, call me, please.
I give her a kiss on the cheek as I go by.
She faints.
Pat her on the butt too, right?
No.
No.
That's what old ladies do to me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, so I
So-
go into the mayor, and he's in a meeting, I'm assuming.
Yes, he's playing a game of checkers.
Oh, excellent. And Kesha is not in this room. Yes.
She's on the ceiling when you look up.
You know she'll be there when she yells timber.
Right. So she's on the ceiling when I look up.
Yep, she's there, and the mayor is like completely oblivious. He's totally focused on his checkers game, and what he is playing checkers with is very strange. Also,
Okay.
he is playing checkers with a meeb, which is an interesting species. You don't see many meebs.
I see her, and I tell the mayor, oh mayor, hi, we've returned with the drill.
Excellent. And he's like, "King me."
Sweet. And as I'm walking up toward him, I was like, do you enjoy assassins, mayor?
Uh, kind of. Do they work for me, or are they trying to assassinate me?
I'm pretty sure they're trying to assassinate you, and I point to her on the ceiling.
She is turned around, and her cloak and all her stuff is colored to look like the wood, like how a ninja hides. The mayor does not notice. It's like, what? It's a ceiling.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's good I'm here. Her name, as I keep pointing to her is Kesha, and she has planned a coup d'état. I thought you might be interested, or not.
Kesha, my niece.
Yeah, that one. She doesn't like the way you run things. She thinks it should be a monarchy, and she's going to murder you and take over Gobopolis. She feels.
He wants you to die young. Wink.
So he takes the checkerboard, and chucks it like a frisbee and hits her right in the head, and she drops to the ground, but like lands on her feet, like ow, ow, ow! You almost hit me in the eye, Uncle. What the hell? Ow! And he's like, "Oh, so she was there."
Oh,
Well,
certainly, Mayor.
Huh. Meeb, attack! I've always wanted to say that. And the Meeb kind of like looks at him. Like, for a visual reference, what a Meeb is, think of a roly-poly with fur instead of scales.
Sweet.
It's all fur,
Excellent.
and then it has a bunch of little bug legs and antennae. It's basically a really furry roly-poly.
I'm
And
just
the Meeb-
imagining a tribble.
What's
With
that?
legs.
That's
You
a
don't know
Star
what a
Trek
triple
reference.
is.
Wow, you just lost like 95%. No,
God.
96% of your nerd cred.
Yeah.
Oh, those things from Star Trek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those wonderful
no,
little
I'm-
creatures in a one-off that
Look-
became a cult classic amongst the fandom, and then some asshole by the name of Jar Jar Abrams decided to abuse it.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
The tribbles?
The trouble with tribbles.
trouble with tribbles.
Oh yes, I've actually never seen that
Tribal-
episode.
tribal
So.
light violation.
The
like
original
the name
series
of
is
the-
quite fun, actually. But anyway, I'm engaging combat too, so I guess it's initiative. I do have a question.
You're
Yeah.
there without us
Yes, I
because you
know.
poured it. Okay.
But what
Mhm.
choice do we have? Because I can't bring you with me. I have many ways to move, but I can't bring anyone with me.
Okay.
Right? So I mean, it is what it
Mhm.
is. But I can't. I'm going to use the Meeb
Mhm.
as a tank. But nevertheless, I was just curious because I just used the orc chameleon shift because why
Mhm.
not? But which form actually gives me because I get natural abilities. Which form actually gives me bonuses to strength?
Bonuses to strength. Well, you could take the form of an ogre. You could take the form of a hill orc, which are kind of like gray orcs. You could take the form of um, what's it called? You could take the form of a demon, or just
Um,
something humanoid.
I would rather go orcish, seeing as my character's history here. So what does that add to my strength?
The gray orcs. One thing that happened. What is your base strength right now?
18.
So you get a +1 for being a gray orc.
So nothing.
You go up to
Um,
well, you go up to 19. Also, you get a bonus to your health.
okay, fine. It's all right. It doesn't matter. I just we'll go for cinematic effect. Yeah, initiative, I guess. So yes, it's just that. Right. Okay. I suck.
Okay. So let me roll for her initiative.
She does
And then
not suck.
the mayor. Ooh.
Ooh.
And then the Meeb.
The Meeb needs a 48. Oh, the Meeb is slow. The Meeb is slow. All right.
The Meeb is still picking up the checker pieces because Meebs are compelled to pick up small
Ooh,
discs like
like
coins and checkers.
like the Fae. Nice.
Mhm.
All right. Well, go ahead.
But it has like 10 sets of legs, so it's picking them up really fast.
That's true. That is a fair point.
Um, so what happens is she basically stands up. It's like, look, Uncle, I'm not gonna kill you, but I am gonna hurt you very badly. And her blade, well, it's not even a blade; it's a mace. Her mace starts glowing with white effervescent energy. I don't get to use effervescent very often, and so
No.
she's going to leap forward. Um, and when she leaps forward, she leaves an after image, and she's gonna swing on the mare.
Okie dokie.
She bonks the brakes off him. Let me do her other attack with her offhand attack with a dagger, which is only +3. She's -7.
I was gonna make another
The,
Kesha
the,
joke, but I only know like
the
3 of the
dagger goes
songs.
flying out of her hands and lands on the wall. She really doesn't want to kill her uncle, and she doesn't trust the magic that much. So that's her first attack round, and so then she's going to she is hasted, so she gets another action, but I want to see how much damage she does first. So that is a big old bunch of a critical. That is also not effect damage. So her strength, she doesn't have much strength, but she does add the enchantment on her item. So she hits him for 9 damage, and then she comes up with another swing of. She casts something actually, and she just vanishes. She's like, puts up her fingers, like old, like ninja style, and then poof, she's gone. So now it goes to the mayor who just got hit in the head with a mace, and he's like, why? This does it. And he goes over and sits on his desk, and he presses a button under his desk. It's like, Mr. Elf, you want to hang on to something.
Um, the desk is being held upon.
Okay, you hold on to the desk. The floor drops out of the room. And you
I'm
hear
standing on the desk.
The Meeb is the
Falling.
Meeb like grabs onto the desk, and its other hands are like reaching in vain, and it just like slumps in disappointment as the checkerboard falls down, and all the pieces like fall down into
Aw.
the darkness. It's just like,
Oh, is it like a slide?
yeah, the entire room like folds like a slide. Just you hear her and combat has ended.
Okay. I had plans. Oh well.
Mhm.
But that worked out well. I was like, I look at the mayor smiling, saying, "Nifty."
And he points at the. You notice that there's tons of runes and everything,
Hmm.
and it prevents teleportation and transportation outside. So it's like she's not going to use any tricks to get out. She's going for the whole slide.
Oh, and is the slide like the tunnel in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
With blueberry gum at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You actually have to fight Blueberry at the end.
There, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. And I was like, I kind of am just, I'm an elf, so I'm just kind of nimbly sitting on the desk, patting the Meeb on its shoulder. Okay. And I was like, well, that escalated.
The goblin pulls a crank on his chair, which is also like extended like by a popsicle stick, like a piece of wood, and then the floor retilts itself normally.
I give him a cookie.
Giving him a cookie.
Yeah, it heals 1 point. So,
Okay, so he will have a cookie, and he breaks it to pieces with each one of his hands and eats it because
and
they
I
have very,
look at
very tiny mouths.
I look at his wounds on the mayor, and
Hmm.
I attempt a medical roll.
Okay, make a medical.
And that's just my intelligence plus my +1, right?
Mhm.
No, I'm useless. I just learned
But
it.
all of his wounds heal.
Oh, well, okay.
You know how everyone has their own personal traits?
Hmm.
Well, sometimes you roll and someone gets, into the higher tier and then into the legendary tier. The Goblin Mayor is completely unaware of it, but he is effectively immortal.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
He doesn't know it though, because goblins have bad memories, so he's lived such a long time that he's completely lost his memory and, been multiple different people and not even realized it.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm just having a conversation with him, or I'm assuming he's moving or whatever. I assist him
Mhm.
whilst I wait for the team to arrive in Gobopolis.
All right, so the team arrives in Gobopolis, and the mayor, puts out a
I tell him
guards,
about the coup d'etat.
guards.
So yeah.
Yeah, and there's fighting in the streets. There's fighting in the tunnels. The bandits are in full swing. The dwarves arrive. They drop the drill, and they once again take a phalanx around the drill because they don't want anyone to come out and steal the drill. And what are you doing, GOP Dragon Lady?
I thought we were heading towards. Well, actually, I
Well,
don't know.
we're
You're
in
in
town now.
Gobopolis. You're in town now.
Oh yeah, that's
There's
right.
fighting. There's a coup d'etat in process.
Man, we're not by you though. We just
No, I'm somewhere with the mayor. Where the mayor is where I am.
okay. Well, I will. I mean, I guess I'll help protect the town in whatever
help
way I
protect
can.
because there's people in town that are fighting.
Yeah, bandits are attacking. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, if I know
Well,
the
you're the
bandits
bad.
from the if I know the bandits from the regular people, I'll help. Defend the thing by
I mean,
saving off the bandits.
I'll go assist Gobcorp, the totally
Mhm.
legitimate business
Yeah. Well,
in
you
helping to
realize
save the town.
you were supposed to be bringing a prince back, and we kind of brushed over that.
Yeah, we didn't bring him back. Well, I mean,
I don't remember Prince, so
I tried to bring back the prince, but we got attacked and he's kidnapped, and we'll probably have to go back out and get him. But
Fair.
yeah,
Okay.
he's prisoner right
somewhere.
now. Hey, we'll be heroes. Yeah. Okay. There we go. See, totally, we're on your side. We saved you, so now you owe us.
How you let him get kidnapped?
Well, we won't put it like that.
No.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to GobCorp and I'm going to basically assist them, or work with them to fight off these things. So that's what I'm doing.
All right, so roll initiative.
Okay. What are you guys doing, by the way? Are you guys all
And what are you
going?
doing, Lady Dragon?
You guys want to go with me, or do you guys want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to defend your temple, Dragon?
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, nice lady.
Lady, what are you
I'm
doing?
gonna do. They're fighting because of the drill, or they're fighting because they're trying to do a takeover.
Kesha, I told you what was happening.
Yep.
Okay.
She yelled timber, and we better move and dance.
Yeah, moving, dancing, trying to take a defense, a range attack position.
Who
Or
are
I'll still
who are
have
you
cover.
helping?
Trying to kill off the attackers. So
Are you going with me to GobCorp, or are you going with him to, or with a dragon to the
The
temple,
temple?
or are you going to do something different?
yeah, I'm going to the temple because that supposedly is that where the guy is, the elven guy.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, I'll go there then.
Okay.
Maybe he's dead already. I don't know.
I'm gonna go fight with my totally legit goblin brothers.
Okay, so you go. So we'll first do GOP.
Mhm.
GOP, you arrive. Roll initiative.
All right, I'm taking up arms alongside my goblin friends. Yeah, +2, I believe. Oof, nope.
Okay, so the
Another 6.
yeah.
GOP, I'm gonna
Insane.
have to ask you to stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is
Use a different dice.
the bandits will go second. I mean, go first. Sorry, they got a 21. The goblins got an 18. So the bandits, there are currently 5 marauders here. They are well armed and armored people. They seem to be well nourished. All mostly humans and hobgoblins. So-
One other quick question before we start. In the
Mhm.
time it took for us to get here, did I have any other opportunities to heal?
Yes, make your roll.
Okay.
Uno roll.
Just one.
Woo!
Nice.
Natural
16
20.
points of healing.
Oh, I needed that so bad. Okay.
Okay. So, so there are currently some goblin mobsters out here fighting. So these guys are going to attack the goblins. First one attacks. That's a hit. Second one. Oh God, what is happening? Okay, next attack. Hit. Miss. Miss. Oh no, that's a hit, and then one at GOP.
That's a miss.
So 3 hits. So let's see here. I gotta see what they're based on the die. 16, 19, 11. So 2 crits. So do. And then roll it again. So one goblin mobster takes 9, another takes 9. Wow. 9 and 9. Cool. So then the last one takes. And so
There were 6 again.
so there we go. You have that much. And one of the goblins is lacerated. I think, yeah, one of the goblins is definitely lacerated, which is going to suck. So now it goes to the goblin mobsters. And the goblin mobsters, after getting hit, they back up and is like, hit them with the tease. And so what the tease is they have what are known as Tommy's guns.
Tommy guns.
Made by a guy named Tommy. And so what
Of
they
course.
are actually dart guns. And they have like fireworks, like kind of like firework blanks. And so what it is it's a barrel full of like, little darts that you out, and they have, like a mahogany hardwood tube, and when they pull the trigger, it they basically have like, a baking soda, like a mix, like, water bakes it, like, high pressure, like a canister. And once they start, they can't really like stop it. They haven't really figured that out as much. And they just, shoot all these darts out in, rapid succession forward. So they're going to do that, each one of them. So they're going to get no modifier to damage, but they're going to hit their modifier. That'll hit. Oof. Ooh.
The Tommy
hit.
gun, also called the trench broom, created by Brigadier General John T. Thompson in 1918.
Indeed. So all those hit. So the damage on the darts is only D6, but they hit all targets in a forward cone. So since so we have 1 true crit, 2 crits, so we have 2 crits and a not crit, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 66 damage. And since it's a gun, it will benefit from their modifiers, but up to max 3, I believe. So it's not like an arrow where you get strength. So half modifiers, 66 plus 6 damage, 35 damage to all of them. So just, and
Wow.
as they're getting hit, you see the bandits are kind of falling and twisting like, God, it hurts. But you can tell GOP that they do have evasion. So they're taking half that. So that goes to 17 damage. And so now it goes to you.
Cool. Oh, by the way, did the one that attacked me, he had to move up to attack me, right?
I got to AFK.
Okay.
Okay. Because then he would get actually hit with my spearwork because he missed. So he would take, I think it's a D12 damage if I recall correctly.
You missed that. Okay, roll your D12.
Yeah. Well, it all kind of happened pretty quick, but I did.
Well, you got to be quick.
Fair enough. Okay, so that means they're punctured and suffer 1d12 damage. So.
Yep. Punctures bypass defenses. 1d12 damage.
I'm gonna roll this one. See how this goes. How this
Which
helps
is
me. 8.
He takes 8 damage.
And he was already hit, right? So he took 35 half.
Well, no, you take the first. You hit him with that before he got shot. So you hit him with 8, and then
that's true.
got blasted. So he's not doing. He doesn't feel good.
Did he spend both of his evasions then?
No,
after that?
No, just one.
Okay, so he didn't reduce the 8.
No, no point. So
all right, gotcha.
Now it goes.
No, I haven't actually done my.
And that's what I'm saying. It goes to you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go. Now it goes to somebody else. Okay. Well, I'm gonna swing at him because I got my halberd, the one that I'm already attacking, and he seems to be the most hurt. So, oof. I'm gonna spend one of my advantages for the day. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So 22.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see here. Let me roll. He deflects your attack.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still gonna take the D4 then, but
good old shield play.
How many times can you do that?
Shield play you can do. Well, no, it's not evasion. Shield play. Let me see. Once per round.
Oh, he can just block one of my attacks. Well, okay.
No. What happens is whenever you're rolling to hit someone, you can roll a D4, and if that puts your defenses above their, if that raises your defense higher than their attack, you deflect the attack.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, he did take an extra 1 point of damage. He took 1 point of damage, so.
1 point
Okay.
of damage. You poke him in the eye like Three Stooges. Ow! So now at the top, the dude does not like you beating the snot out of him, and he's going to try to hit you.
Okay.
What about Ethereal?
Oh yes, Ethereal. Well, I was going to clear up the area first.
No,
So
that's
now
fine. That's fine.
Ethereal,
Sorry.
Yeah.
because these guys
Okay,
aren't very tough. They'll probably go through a couple of rounds.
All right. Well, it's a 16. That does not hit me.
Okay, so he will use his bonus, which
Mhm.
will take effect next time. So now it goes to the other bandits. The other bandits see this big robot, and they've been shot, so they're gonna. One of them grabs casts a spell and throws out seeds, and basically these 3 logs appear to act as cover from the bullets, and the others go to attack you, Gio.
Hit. That will hit as well. That'll miss.
Okay, so 2 hits. So they're just like, 2 crits actually. Yeah, got him.
I'm gonna have to spend both. Well, can I spend both of my invasions in a round or just one?
You can spend as many as you want in a round.
Okay.
So let me see here. So this is the first
yeah.
hit. 8.
Oh, it's only 8. Okay. And what's the second hit?
12.
12. So reduce down to 18. Do I want to reduce it to 9? I'll reduce it to 9.
Okay. So they bonk hit you. And so now it goes to the goblin monsters, which have to go over and try to climb over the trees to be able, and they have to
Or just
reload. So
walk
that's their whole
around
turn.
them. Yeah.
No, there's no walking around. You go through your problems. That's goblin.
Okay.
One falls on his butt. The other, they all fail. They're all unable to climb over these trees. They're just too big for their small bodies.
Cool.
All right, so now it goes to you.
Well,
Ooh.
I guess I'm gonna try and smack the same one I've been trying to smack.
Smack him.
Yep.
He's not looking good. He's very bloody.
Oh, natural
he's
20.
He's
Uh-oh.
paced. He's gone. Like you just cleave him in half. How many bits? Roll a 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah,
2.
you bisect him.
He's in twain, and then I look at his friends, just like slowly turn over to them.
Okay, well they're not. Let me make a roll for them to see if they run or not. Two of them run. 2 of them run. One of them stays. He's going to attack you.
Because how many were there total at the beginning?
There were 4.
Oh, okay.
Well,
so
no,
it
there were
was
5.
3.
You killed 1.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have to roll for the last one. Didn't see you do that. He's casting spells.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He misses
Oh, no.
horribly. And then the one that was casting magic looks over, sees the dead guy, looks at you, and's like, "Really? Like you killing people over there, nerd?" So
Okay, so that's what?
no,
How
he's
does that?
casting magic at you.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I gotta look at the spells because I'm gonna hit you with a big one.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna hit you with the best spell.
I'm out of evasions, so.
Excellent. So he's basically going to, use his force. This is a. So you are within this. Now this effect does not have a save. It just hits you because it's pretty much impossible to get out of the way. Anyways, in combat, out of combat, it's easy. He hits you with tidal wave.
Okay.
So in a 20-foot by 20-foot wall, which is just you, you're pushed back 5 feet only. No, I'm sorry, 10 feet. So you're pushed back 10 feet, and your attack range is reduced to 5 feet for the round.
Okay, so I'll have to get up in close. Gotcha.
Mhm. So he does that. It does not affect his friend, who is now 15 feet away from you, basically.
Okay.
So then it goes to you. The goblins. Well, let's see if the goblins can get over. They get over. All right, they shoot the snot out of these guys in the back. They just shoot them in the back like the goblin or like losers that they are. All right. Shot him in the back. I shot that dude in the back. Shot that dude in the back. So 5d6. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Really bad, but
16. Well, they took 30 something points of damage.
yeah.
They kill the rest of them. They're up, like the other two guys here are just dead. They're riddled with bullets, with darts, I should say. Dragon, lady.
Yeah.
Forgot something. I get a -5 in town. So is there a
-2.
guard?
No,
I'm
-2.
sorry. Oh, -2 in town. Okay.
Because it's subterranean.
All right.
-2. So, it is combat. Dragon, roll a d8 for me, please.
He rolled a 3.
Okay.
He did.
So there are currently 5 goons trying to get into the church. They barricaded themselves in, and they're making Molotov cocktails to throw at the church.
Get him.
Get them,
Uh,
Dragon. Make
Alright.
your initiative, and lady, make your initiative. They got a
Well,
15. Ooh.
Oh no, lady.
Oh, they go
Oh
first. So they
no.
see you coming up, and they're like,
Ladies all splat on face.
lady does
What?
you don't critically fail on initiative. You just go last with a 1. So they turn and they look at you, and each one of them throw up hand signs.
Of course.
They all can cast magic.
Of
Let's
course.
see here. So the first one is going to oh.
Because it wasn't the druid that had the boyfriend there; it was the ranger. So, like, why did I come here? Yeah,
That's where you
because
want
I
to
got
go.
my characters. Because I got my characters confused. Okay. 'Cause-
It's okay.
So
I
the
had
first
plenty of help
one
for my fights, so you're
is going to try to hit you with hit you, lady, with burning word. So it's intelligence to hit. So plus his level. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Does that hit your range
Miss.
defense? 18 misses.
No, it hits.
Okay, I thought so. All right, so he needs to make a charisma roll. The other one that casts, so let's see. So his charisma roll, he is a pretty. He is a very pretty. +1. 8 damage. 8 fire damage.
Ow.
with a D20 damage?
Indeed.
It's insane.
Okay.
You also see that there's like runes hovering around you. For some reason, you're not sure, but you seem to be like this spell was something that can only be used once per conflict. So if anyone else tries to use that same spell on you, it would have no effect. It's the burning word spell.
Okay. There's no
It's a
advantage
third
for
level
me
hit
for
spell.
that. Third
So
level
now
heat spell.
the next one that's casting spells, because there are 5 of them. The next one is going to cast a big old bunch of. There we go. Let's see. Oh yes. He suddenly is enveloped in a some kind of shell of energy. The next one hits you all with a tidal wave and pushes you back 10 feet and reduces your range to to 5 feet. Then the last one, he looks a little bit different than the others, and he there we go. Oof. So he does something called a spell called Baited Breath. He's going to use that on Dragon. It automatically hits for 8 dark damage. Let me see if it does anything. No. So that's all 4 of them. Have to reload the dice room. What are you doing?
Get him, Puffin.
What are you doing, Dragon? I'm trying. The next round of magic's gonna hurt real bad.
So it's 5 of them
I'm gonna
against.
kill the wizard.
Oh yeah, the other one
Oh,
had
no.
already cast something on his friend. They're all wizards. They're all miniature chesters. Get them.
All right, run up
there's-
to the
That would
closest
suck
one
a
and
lot
whack
because
him.
I'm pretty miniature to start with.
Mm-hmm.
17.
That'll hit. You hit on a 5. That's ridiculous. Love it. Go for it. Beat the brakes off this dude if you can.
He's not doing it right anyway. It's
I'm
supposed to be a plus
faded.
14, not a plus 12.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be plus 14.
Doesn't matter.
It can.
At this moment, no. But anyways,
No, at this
do your
moment,
thing.
no. Go. Roll your damage. Roll your 1d8 plus 4.
No, I have a magic weapon, so it's plus 7.
Roll your damage dice, or forfeit the attack.
I'm
There
rolling.
you
Okay. 15. Excellent. So you hit this dude, and there's this really loud, shocking burst of flame and fire and everything like that. And yeah, it looks pretty bad. It looks like you did pretty good stuff to him.
Is he dead?
No, he's very much not dead.
Mm-hmm. So how does the spirits work here, or the animal spirits?
You have the you have those spirits with you all the time.
So I can tell them to attack.
Yeah, you can, as a free action, you can tell one of your animal spirits that, what's your rank in farming?
One,
Do
I
you have
think.
farming? Okay, if you have rank 1, you have the badger spirit, and you have the rank 1 spirit, which is, you have the base,
And a horse kicking spirit.
all right, so you have the base spirits you can pick from is the bear spirit, snake spirit, and the dolphin spirit. For having farming, you have the badger spirit and the horse spirit. So which one of these spirits do you want to use? You can use them once per battle, and you can use them out of combat to assist you once per day, plus once per proficiency.
We're going to let the snake, that guy that looks a little different, he's going to get some poison put on him.
Okay, so it automatically hits. Roll. So I'll have to roll poison when it comes to his turn. What are you doing in your turn?
My turn is they knocked me down where I can only travel 5 foot, correct?
Mm-hmm. And your range
Is
is
that
5 feet. No, you can travel any distance, but your range is reduced to 5 feet.
even spells?
Yep. Spells, melee, Range, anything is just 5 feet.
I'm gonna grow that +1 shield, +1 sword thing.
Excellent. So you
Attack
use
with
overgrowth.
that.
Yep.
Yes.
So now your defense goes up by, both of your defenses go by 1, so you're 12, 15. And you have a +1 sword, which is pretty good because sword's base to hit is a +3, so you have now +4 if you attack melee. So that's, you do it as a move action. So you're just basically readying yourself, your main action. So what are you doing for your main action? Are you going to cast another spell?
See that or attack, correct?
Well, you're not in range to attack, but you
Oh,
can
I'm not in
cast.
range, so I can do another spell.
You can do a rank 4 tree spell. Let me look at them. Let me look at rank 4 tree spells because there's pretty good tree spells at level. There's level here. Um, let's see here.
One
Well,
called the
didn't you spend?
Guardian.
Aren't you
One
rank
called.
or didn't you love the 5 lady or no?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Not yet. Oh hell, I lost those.
So you could do. You know what a perpetual spell is? Perpetual means you can only have one perpetual. It's like concentration in 5th edition. You can only have one active, but when you cast it, it remains active until it's dismissed, even out of combat. Okay.
Okay.
So you can cast Pest Cloud, which is a rank 4 tree spell. Pest Cloud summons a huge swarm of insects to bite, sting, and melt enemies, having 30 health. The swarm effect, -1 damage taken, and dealing 1d6 slashing acid poison damage on hit at a +5 to hit. It is a perpetual spell.
And then subtract 2 from that too as well, right?
No.
Hmm?
The swarm
Okay.
doesn't take any negatives. You can just cast it. So now the swarm is going to attack each one of them for moving into their square. So
Okay.
you basically cast it on top of them. They each automatically get hit for being inside of a swarm. Oh, what just happened? Okay. So now they're all going to take a d6 damage. Well, you roll. Do you want to roll for your swarm? Roll a d6.
Oh yeah, all right. 1d6.
Yep. And then roll a d20.
Hang on, I put too many 6s up there.
I'm holding on. Holding on.
We got enough
Mhm.
6s tonight.
2. So they each take 2 damage. Roll a d20 to see if you critical. Okay, so no critical effect from the swarm.
I don't have
But-
a +1 somewhere? Well, it's not natural. Never mind. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's not critical as in damage wise, but to see if you can do like the poison or the. So they are poison for 1d6 because they did get hit with poison. So now it goes to dragon. Oh no, dragon already went. So now it goes to them. Each one of them takes a d8 poison damage. So let me roll the d8 poison damage. That takes 2. Then he takes a d6 poison damage. So he takes 6 poison damage. The rest of them take 4 poison damage from the swarm. They are in the swarm. They do not like this. So they're going to throw up hand signs again. And like Chester said, I got to get you. So they're going to try to get you. So the next
Get 'em.
one is going to. Yeah, I think I got something for them. Let's see
Dodging,
here.
evading, everything.
All right, excellent. So, they're going. This one is going to roll to hit you. Let's see here, lady. Oof,
Fuck.
that's a proper response. As he hits
Manners.
you with the ice gun. Ice gun. Ice gun spell.
Ice gun.
Yep, the ice gun spell has you blast a target for 1d10 bludgeoning / fey damage.
I'm
So
immune to fey damage, I believe.
you're not immune to fey damage.
Damn it.
You're not immune to fey damage. Nice try. But he hits you for 2d10 because he criticaled for 18 points of damage, and you suffer Grove debuff for 3 rounds. And I'll keep track of that.
I'm glad you
What does
will,
that
because I'll
do?
forget. Who
Grove
knows?
says whenever you heal or are healed, you heal all enemies for that amount.
Oh,
So if Dragon heals, like if they were supernatural and Dragon heals, or you do a medical or use a healing spell. Also, ladies, like, if she was in the wild, had natural generation, if she suffers Grove, all that healing that she gets, all enemies get that.
Isn't that love? Just simply lovely.
Yep. And so then the next person is going to, he's going to look at you, lady, and he's going to he's going to give the old got you. I figured this out. Check this. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. So, lady,
Hmm.
you are healed. How much damage have you taken? You taken 18? You are healed for 20
Okay.
as you are cauterized, but you cannot heal for the rest of the day because cauterized says heal a target. Doesn't say an ally. So you are healed for 20. You can heal for rest day, but you're max health. All the bad guys heal for 20. As this one guy points at you and heals you. And since you have Grove, all of them heal for 20.
that was nice of him.
Yep.
What's up, Thundara? Oh, never.
Someone
Later,
died.
Thundara.
Bye, Thundara. So, anywho, just like that, they're all back to full health. And so now the next one is going to focus at Dragon. Dragon.
Yeah.
Does a 21 hit your range defense, sir?
You know it. The 21's pretty much anyone.
Doesn't
Okay.
hit me.
Yep.
Your range?
Yeah, what's
Oh,
your
no,
melee
that hits me.
defense?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are surrounded by fire. So there's
Mhm.
just this wall of fire around you now, Dragon.
That's so nice and warm. My full
It
plate
is.
protects me.
He gives you
Good
resistance
thing
to
my full
scalding, but
plate is fire resist. It has the fire protection.
it has fire resistance, which means you won't, like, if you suffer scalding, you will, it'll only happen for one round and you can't be lit on fire. It doesn't reduce fire damage, but it is very good because I had to change scalding because it was dumb. It didn't do anything. So, anywho, now, and it doesn't do any initial damage, you just have the fire around you, and the last guy that's going to cast is, oh wait, there's two more that are going to cast. So the next one, let me see here. Ooh, I like this. Oh, good. One of them basically casts a spell and creates a flaming whip like the Balrog. And yeah, he's going to swing at you, lady, because, dragon's surrounded by fire.
I start roasting marshmallows.
You can roast marshmallows. Lady, does an 18 hit your range defense?
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
All right, so he whips it real good. Whip it real good. So he deals
Well, you
1d8.
should.
What's the
And
range on that whip?
20 feet.
Oh,
Damn.
lady's sticking within 20 feet. All right.
Yeah.
For 5 fire damage.
What's your health
And then
looking like,
You guys are
lady?
having a hard time.
I already
then
had.
there's-
I got healed because of that thing. So
Mhm.
You
yeah,
got healed to full. Yep.
I got healed to full.
I'm chilling with the
Did it
bear.
heal
Bling
me?
bling.
How much damage you say?
5. And then the last one is going to shoot at the last cast is going to shoot at dragon and miss as this beam of searing hot light goes right past dragon through the fire and the flames. Anyways, so now it goes to lady.
Me.
Now,
Oh,
No,
and
me.
you?
First is playing
Okay,
in
You
my
good.
got
head.
one.
Okay, go for it.
Well, time to bonk the one guy that tried to bone me.
Are you going to move up to him?
I mean, I don't need to move. I have a reach weapon.
You're 20 feet away.
Oh, well, I bonked this same guy the last time.
So you're
Bonk.
moving, right?
Nice.
How am I moving?
Jesus.
You
He's a
don't
frickin'
have a 15-foot reach. Reach gives you an extra 5 feet. You're 20 feet away. You have to move 10 feet to be able to bonk.
Which
I thought-
simply
And they hit
means
you-
you can't use full effort. That's all.
Yeah. Just go bonk.
Well,
You got a
point
crazy
is-
roll.
Yeah, it's a great roll. The point is, I'm just asking if you're moving up to attack the dude.
He is.
No, I
Okay,
just could have
so
hit the same guy I hit last time.
Okay, you take a
I said-
D12 fire damage for moving. 1 fire damage. Okay, so you hit the same
Wait,
guy.
the guy that I bonked last time has moved?
No. Whenever you move, for 3 rounds, you're engulfed in flames. Whenever you move, you take a D12 fire damage.
So he was saying
Yes,
that who
Brock.
was the person that he was in melee with? Because he attacked
Yeah.
someone that last round.
Yes, you're still bonking that guy. Bonk him away.
Okay.
You hit him with a 32. Bonk the crap out of him.
Yeah, he was saying he was wondering if he had to why he would have to move to attack that guy.
Because
Is
he was 20 feet away from that guy. He was up there, and then they hit him with the tidal wave that pushed him back
Oh, well,
Oh,
there
okay.
you go.
and reduced the
Like,
range.
either way,
Yes, that was one of the spells they cast in the first round that reduces your movement. No, not your movement. It pushes you 10 feet away and reduces your melee range and casting and range.
but if they did it a first round, that mean I would have moved up anyways.
It
It's okay. You moved up and you hit him.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all
roll,
good, dude.
Yeah,
You hit him good.
Smack him.
yeah. Smack him. Roll your stuff.
It's a crit too.
Yeah, it's a crit. Okay, so you hit him, and there is a massive shimmer across him, just, and he's kind of like trembling behind this. Oh no, wait, this that guy. Yeah, he's dead. One of them's dead. You killed the shit out of him. There's 4 of them now.
Nice.
Can I bonk someone else? Oh, are they
You
too
killed
far
him.
away?
Yeah, go to bonk the second guy. This is the guy who looks a lot more confident. That dude was kind of weak. He had been. They were all. Oh wait, he was healed for 20. Well, whatever. He's dead anyways. We ain't got time to keep fighting him. He was one of them that wasn't healed.
Nice.
That'll hit. That is not a crit. This is the guy with the shell.
Is it a blue shell?
So you hit this guy, and there's this orange glare around him as you hit him, and just, and he looks at you like that was painful, ish. And so now
I
it goes to
tell him
Lady.
he looks yummy.
He gives you the finger.
Okay.
Lady, what are you doing?
Okay, well, the insects are still doing their thing, right? So they got to do
Yep.
damage for this round.
Yep,
And I'm moving forward toward them,
Mhm.
and then using a spell because I'm going to go physically attack. Just hadn't got to him yet, and
Yep.
then 5 foot in front of me, or whatever, will be a tree guardian between me and them, and it's going to
deal.
attack, which has a 20-foot reach.
Good.
So they're all within its reach.
All right, so you can hit one of them. So which one are you going to hit? The tree guardian has a 20-foot reach, but can only hit one opponent.
One opponent. Okay.
Wait, what level spell is the tree guardian?
I thought it was like it's right there under injection, which is the spell thing, right? Nope, that's not. It's third.
Third? Okay, cool. Go for it. Yep. He pops up and is like, hey, what's up?
Help. Kill
Okay.
those things.
Okay. So he'll take his attack on one of them with his does he get any plus to hit?
Branch.
Yeah, he gets a plus. He gets his plus his strength.
Well, I'm assuming he's going to be, closer to them than I am because he appears within 10 foot of me.
Yeah.
Or the last combat. Yeah. Okay.
He's
So that
gonna
does put
bonk,
him
and
within.
that will miss. But he's between you and them, so they'll have to go through him to get to you. And you're
All
gonna
right.
shoot an arrow? Because
Yes.
Okay, shoot an arrow at one of them.
Man. Why am I having problems for? There we go. No, I pushed it twice. Sorry. I keep on pushing it twice. Damn it. Just give me a sec.
Okay. We believe in you.
Okay. Hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh.
It's a +1. What other pluses do I have? None others. Come on, natural 20. Nope. 15 to hit.
No, you use your. Are you shooting an arrow?
That's what you ask.
Yeah, what's your reflex modifier?
Oh, it's +3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's +4. So that's a 19. That hits. And you have a 16 in your reflex, which means that's a critical. Roll your 2d8. 2d8 plus 3. 4, actually. Yeah, 2d8 plus 4.
2d8. 4.
Mm-hmm.
8.
So still good. You hit him for 8 damage. Oh! As he's hit with an arrow. Actually, it'd be his mouse card. So now it goes to the top. There's only 4 of them left. They're really confused, and the guy shrugs. He's like, "Oh, you didn't get healed."
I thought there was only 4 of them to begin with.
There was 5
There
of
were
them to begin
5.
with. The one that was dead, apparently on the ground, one of them kicks him, and he's just kind of playing
Passed
dead.
out.
And he's just like, shh, don't worry, they'll never believe me. And he's like, dude, they're right there. Fine. I didn't want to have fun either way. So he's going to hit Dragon because you just hit him for 13 damage. He doesn't like that. He thinks you're a bad person.
I'm a good person.
Are you sure about that?
I forgot that silver amulet. Oh, yeah.
Wait, what the heck? Where is that spell? I just saw it. It's really good.
I mean, prove that I'm not good alignment.
He's a cat. So, of course, he's not good alignment.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
the guy that's on the ground that you hit, he looks at you and he points at your weapon. Dragon, would you like to drop your weapon?
Fine.
You either drop your weapon or take 8 damage as he superheats your weapon. Searing weapon, level 1 fire spell.
I said to his face if it's that hard.
Okay, well, so you'll take 8 fire damage.
So me or him?
You.
You'll take it because you're still holding onto the weapon. But I would assume if it hits him, would that do additional damage to him?
What? No, I mean, if the searing weapon hits the guy,
Yeah.
the searing weapon might actually do an extra D4 of fire damage to him if you hit him with it.
Okay, so just keep that in mind. You do a little bit extra damage on your turn. If you hit.
Or actually, what's fair is you would actually do fire. You can do fire slashing and whatever damage now because your weapon is red hot.
Does my full plate armor? Does my full plate armor reduce the damage?
It doesn't reduce. It's not resistant plus to fire, so no. You just take 8 fire damage, but you don't light on fire, and it's not going to do scalding because it's direct damage. So you don't have to worry about your gloves melting or your hands. Other than the 8 damage you take, you don't have to worry about anything extra from fire. So that's the first guy. The second guy that kind of looked at that guy, it shook his head, thinking that he's kind of dumb. Is surrounded by that shell. Is going to blast. Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 11 fire damage. And the other two look at him. The other three look at him, and it's like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
This whole
So they're all
area
gonna.
must smell horrible. Burning
God,
cat
yeah.
is not a good thing.
What's your range defense?
13.
13. Well, that hits. Let's roll again.
Ugh.
That'll hit. That'll hit. So
You guys might
that's all.
want to
How are they getting a
Might wanna-
plus 10?
Because
flee.
you guys have really high pluses. They're level 6 also.
True. And there's
I'm
5
not
of
level
them.
6.
There's
I'm
only
just
only
level
one-
4.
Yeah, there's only one level 6 person here, dude. And he's
Yeah.
me currently. While this is going on, I'm staying with the mayor, whatever he's doing. I have my bowl of eternal warmth, which means it's my food never spoils. I'm eating Brussels sprouts. I need iron.
You guys,
I
I'm
offer
not
the
there,
mayor
but
some.
you guys should consider maybe fleeing. This fight seems a little bit lopsided.
Very
Just-
lopsided.
Yeah.
It is. It's not a fair fight. It's just a fight. Never said it was a fair fight. Well, I got to see how much damage I hit for 4. Okay, so I had to do math. Sorry, Chester. So Chester, would you like to do the honors and say roll it?
Roll it.
Dragon, take 43 fire damage.
Oh God.
43.
Yep, 43 is your hit by 16d4 fire damage. So, if you want to total it and use evasion, that would be 54 and then half it. So that would be 26 points of fire damage.
What are you at, Dragon? HP wise, you've taken a lot.
-4.
All right. So, would you like to use luck or fate to survive?
I bet we don't die to hit -5.
Well, no, you'd just be downed. I mean, if you're fine with
Yeah,
being
you're down.
downed, then
Okay, you're down.
yeah.
All right, so he's down. You see each one of them point their finger at him like Captain Planet style, and they each cast a level 1 spell, which is Terminate, which does 44 fire damage on hit. So each one of them just hits you with a level 1 spell.
As
just
I
boom.
go down, I let the eye take over.
Okay. As you go down, you do the eye is just like, well, what can I do with a broken body? He does the Terminator thing where, the thumbs up because you're still surrounded by fire. So he does, the Terminator thumbs up. And so then it goes to Lady. They just like,
Alright.
they
Yeah.
just like stare
You
at
might
this
want
guy.
to grab him and run.
Yeah, that's
Well-
what I'm going to try to do. Have the free to.
Where's all the other priests?
They're all inside. They're scared
not
of these
there.
people. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
there. They're inside.
I-
They're scared
I'm-
of these people for a reason.
Try to get the tree to distract them all as I drag him through hopefully they'll open the damn door and let us
Okay.
in.
Well, this
Can
is
you
the last
teleport
round
me
of
out
the
of here?
effects. So, Lady, are you are actually moving, and you realize that the field of fire around him is still active but it doesn't hurt you when you pass through it. So are you gonna drag him?
Gonna grab a hold of someplace there's no metal.
Well, his suit is fire resistant. It's not hot at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, make
Grab
sure I
and
don't
go.
burn myself.
Okay.
Just grab him and go.
Okay.
Oh!
So
Oh,
this
wait.
is what happens.
Yeah. Get
Um,
my ass kicked on my way out. Okay.
No. They're not even going to touch you. They're just going to laugh at you because the spell is still in effect. I told for the next 3 rounds, whenever he moves, he takes a D12 fire damage. You have moved him, so he takes a D12 fire damage.
Oh boy.
He
Well,
takes 8 fire damage.
well, he's dead.
He's
Negative
extra crispy.
13.
Yep, you killed me. Congratulations.
So
Yay! Somebody died.
no.
You
Other
did
than
good.
me.
So you basically fly away with him and smell something really, really crispy coming out of his
I
armor.
really don't need to fly away with him when the doors are right there into the temple, correct?
Well, they're closed and barred.
They're not going to
they're-
open them for us.
No, they're
Fine.
You should probably
As-
fly up on the roof.
As far as you know, he's not dead.
Window.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, as far as you
Okay,
know, he's still
fine.
good.
Fly
Right.
into a window then.
All right,
Oh
you
wait,
fly
does he have
through a
one more
window.
round of damage? Or no, he's out of the thing.
That was the last round. If he moved, he
Oh,
would
okay.
take damage. So that's the fire goes out.
Want to see
You guys
how crispy?
land- he lands in the. Well, he was at -4, and now he's at -7. So he's extra crispy. He's charred.
Drop
He's
him
like-
on the thing where they can resurrect him.
Negative
you drop
12.
him. Well, you drop him, and his armor kind of goes all in these different directions. There's just ash and soot comes out of where the armor was.
Oh shit.
And it's like, what do we resurrect? What is this? It's just ash.
It was a cat lord?
There wasn't
It
that
only
much
was a-
damage beyond.
No,
It's
and
only-
besides, just use a fate, Ethereal.
Yeah, use a fate, Ethereal. Do you want to live
Yeah.
using a
I
fate?
use a fate.
Okay,
Okay,
so what
either
happens is you are able to survive this. You use your fate. You are fated to live. When she throws you, you land in the pool of Jireh, which is the one that you were healing in, and you are at -4.
But now you're one of those hairless cats.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
You
forever.
are totally hairless. You've all your hair is burned away, and you quickly heal to 0. They go over, they stabilize you, and the guys return to trying to break down the door to get inside, and that is where we will pause for today. Everybody that fought gets a whopping additional 15 XP plus for roleplay. Let me see here. Gets another 15 XP.
Dang.
These guys are all higher level than you.
True.
Except
What about
the one
those of us
shit.
who won our fights?
one-
50 or 15.
So everybody gets 30 XP for all that's happened, and then not counting what you got earlier resting.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Yep. Well, yeah. Hopefully that
You split the party up. That's what happened.
Never
I didn't
split the
split
party up.
I asked where you guys
Yeah.
wanted to go.
Yep.
and
We
you
didn't know
told
where
me.
Chester went.
Yeah, but you know where I
How
went.
was-
I told you where I was going. But you guys should have stayed together. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, I had to do what I did. So, Anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come back next week for the conclusion.
See how many more people I can kill.
That's right. and GOP and possibly even me. Although
Mm.
I would imagine that my character's wife is either barricaded in the Emerald Lizard or she's tearing the hell out of people because she's
I would
terrifying.
expect the latter.
She's terrifyingly dangerous, dude. It's shocking.
Mhm.
But anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Later.
Bye bye.
Be at peace.